From the Pro Image Group of Companies, Pro Sport, in conjunction with the Victorian Football League, presents Pro Football.
Hello and welcome once again to more great VFL action in pro football. This week we journey out to the MCG for the clash between number one contenders for the 86 crown, that is Hawthorn and Richmond. Richmond, before this game, having 6 wins for the season, 24 premiership points, and a win today was an absolute must if they were to keep their hopes for a finals berth alive. Hawthorn, on the other hand, playing great team football at the moment, and obviously they were going to be extremely difficult to beat. Let's go to the action now at the MCG. Pick up the game at the opening bounce with your commentators, Jack Edwards and Peter McKenna.
Get the Melbourne cricket ground, the game between Hawthorn and Richmond. This round being round 14. And a cold day in Melbourne. Tapped down by Simon Clark, picked up and hurriedly booted overhead. That looked like Eustace got the ball moving to the half-forward zone. A chance for Schwab to pick up for Hawthorn. His hand pass is intercepted and hurried out of the pack, but the mark has been taken by Langford.
Yes, and Langford gets it wide towards Gary Ayres. Surprising that Michael Pickering has started on the bench. Lee is in the forward pocket. Alongside Roach is John Kennedy heading after the football. The umpire said it was holding the man to John Kennedy in centre wing. He's been in very good form the last couple of weeks, so the umpire's going to make sure he goes back over the mark, and the umpire Michael Snedden insisting on that. The two umpires today is the umpire on screen, Michael Snedden, and Shane McDonald, who was involved in the fracas after the game last week at the Collingwood football ground.
Yes, he was involved in a little bit of trouble down there, but everything must be sorted out by now. Kennedy going forward toward Di Domenico. Jess picks up for Richmond, the left foot kick. Comes back toward the centre of the ground, and Schwab in front of Waitman takes the mark. Schwab looking for somewhere to go. The lead has been made. Now he's coming back onto his left foot. He kicks it into the half-forward zone. Brereton was up high but couldn't take the mark. A hand pass comes out to Anea. He gets it moving up toward the half-forward zone. Manton picking up now on the half-forward flank for Richmond, going in toward the goal square, or in toward that position, direction, going up toward Roach. He can't take the mark. It's a chance for Langford to get the ball near the boundary line. He got it out. Picked up by Eade. He comes back short into the half-back zone. Or a chance for Richmond now. Loveridge couldn't take it. A real chance for Eustace. Can't get a hand pass away, and the umpire will bounce.
Good umpiring by umpire Snedden to come in and bounce that. He had no chance, Eustace, but, well, Richmond doing all right in the first couple of minutes. They're looking quite good, but a long, long way to go. As Lee gets it down to the ground, Morris Rioli crashes his way out of the pack without the ball. In they go after it. Umpire Snedden again will come in and bounce at a few heavy spots on the ground, Jack. There seems to have been a heck of a lot of rain in this particular area of the city, because outside the ground it was very muddy.
Yes, well, we don't get much drying either this time of year, Pete. Nothing to dry it out. And there's a pack forming up a few metres out from the Richmond goal, which is 35 metres out from goal. We'll see a bounce taking place. The last time these sides met, back in round 3, Hawthorn defeated Richmond by 55 points. Tapped out now by Langford toward Lester Smith. It's a chance for Richmond if they can pick up near the boundary line. A shot back into play. It was a nice piece of work there by Bayes. Now it comes up to the half-forward zone, pushed on by Eade. Could have been a free kick destroyed against Wallace. The ball on the turf. That Bayes in there once again. I think we're going to see a bounce pretty soon. And we will now. 30 metres out.
Packs, Jack.
Yes, a lot of players there.
And conditions not easy, because it's a little bit slippery out there as Mark Lee goes in against Rodney Eade. In fact, players pouncing on top of it. Rodney Eade on the bottom of the pack didn't really make a great attempt to get it out, but the umpire Snedden again is going to bounce it about 30 metres out from the Richmond goal. A big job for Michael Roach today. He's got to kick goals on Langford if Richmond are to have any chance. There's Terry Wallace. Hurry kick out of the pack towards centre wing. Brereton. No, it was Curran. In fact, it comes wide. It's a free kick, but too high, was it?
Yeah, tackled too high. It looked like a throw too when he got rid of that ball, but he was tackled too high by his Richmond opponent there, and he picks up the free kick. So Michael Tuck, the veteran of the Hawthorn team now, on the half-back zone. Normally a good kick, and he may go a bit shorter though. He goes in toward the half-forward zone. Brereton over the top. That was a beautiful mark by Brereton. Looked for a chance to play on, but he's going back now to take the kick to the half-forward zone. Curran's there, taking a diving attempt. Can't actually take the mark on that attempt, and we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place 50 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. At this stage of the game, which is 4 minutes into the first term, no score on the board.
Well, down the other end of the ground from full forward too, it'll be interesting to see Strawn how well he played. Well, he's not actually on Dunstall. Sutcliffe is picking him up. That's good thinking by Tony Jewell. There's Trevor Poole, dispossessed by Loveridge. Loveridge has got it onto the left foot. He hooks it back towards full forward. Nearly a mark. It could have been a free kick to Buckenara. He seemed to cop that pretty high, but umpire Shane McDonald right on the scene there on screen, and he said it was not a mark or a free kick, and the bounce will take place at centre half forward for the Hawks.
Yes, 30 metres out from their goal. Jess will go do the ruck work here. It comes to turf and hurriedly booted up there to the wing or the centre half back position by Eustace, but now is a chance for Hawthorn to go forward through Howard. Howard, I don't think would score. He's too far out, or he didn't even take his full distance. He could have gone right to the 50-metre mark, but he's found Curran out there on the half-forward flank, and he's 50 metres out also. He's going short.
Yes, a beautiful pass, Peter Curran. Well done, Johnny Platten. Greg Strawn played very well on Mark McClure last week, but I think Mark McClure suited him because Mark's not over quick now, and he's going to have trouble on Curran. Curran moves around a lot. But here's Johnny Platten, has been in very good form in recent weeks. He's lining up from 25 to 30 metres out. It's a high one and a goal. First score of the game, kicked by Johnny Platten, a goal to the Hawks.
Yes, took 5.5 minutes for Hawthorn to get any score against Richmond. Richmond have not yet scored, as Pete said, and Hawthorn have 1 goal to their credit. Not a big crowd in attendance here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Not a great day for, well, it's a good day for football, but not a great day for spectators.
I think Richmond are making a bad blue on their forward line. There is no doubt in my mind Pickering should be on the ground. They've got Lee, they had Lee, Manton and Roach. 3 big fellas all up on that forward line. What's going to happen when the ball hits the deck? But here's Eustace.
There's a chance to find out because it's with Thornton now, the free kick. Taking it and going out wide, a chance for Lee if he can get to the flight of it. He takes the mark too, just in front of Roach. Maybe they'll clash like that, Peter.
Yeah, well, that was good then because there was some good talking, but Lester Smith should have gone for that mark. He waited back and...
Well, maybe Roach should have too, because I think he might be a better kick from that distance, 50 metres out from goal. So Lee's coming in short, and it's going to be taken. Oh, it was bad football there. Loveridge just took that easy and ran to the half-back position, kicked up toward Platten. He's had 3 possessions, Loveridge. Now with Brereton. Half forward, chance for Buckenara. Jess is in there. Buckenara gets it out. Another chance for Loveridge, who followed the ball downfield. He gets up toward the goal square, and it's sharp. Nice piece of work.
Yes, that was Trevor Poole. I'll tell you what, Dunstall would have taken that mark on the second bite for sure, and that was terrific play by Trevor Poole to read that so well and take it away from him because he had young Sutcliffe out of position, Jason Dunstall, with his strength. Now here's Kennedy doing the ruck work. It's tucked away from over the back. And now it's a chance for Thornton to Michael Roberts. He hooks it back towards centre wing. A chance for Jeff Hogg. No, it isn't. It was Simon Clark, in fact, but it's a hand passed out to Glenn Howard. Howard goes wide towards Schwab. Schwab to Wallace. Wallace kicking wide to half-forward flank. A beautiful lead. Mark is dropped by Dunstall. Sutcliffe will breathe a sigh of relief after that one as he goes onto the left foot and kicks it very wide, and it trickles over the line on centre wing. But he should have marked that, Jane Dunstall.
Yes, he should have taken the mark. It was a very good pass. He just didn't get their hands around it properly and spilled his lollies, and the ball now out of bounds. Hogg doing the ruck work against Kennedy. The ball tapped down in front toward Platten. Picked up right now, lost by Roberts. He's tried to get possession against Wallace. Can't do so. It may be bounced. The umpire's called play on. The ball shot out of the pack, then back into a pack, and it's got to be bounced this time. It's on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn on the outer side of the ground. 8 minutes have gone. You're on Sevens Big League at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on this Saturday, which is in, as I said, round 14, season 86, and the ball being put down on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn. Hawthorn favourites for today's game, but we'll see what happens. Walter's got a hand pass away.
This is Glenn Howard backing up beautifully as he brings it wide. Good play by Howard from the half-back line. But so there's Dunstall. Does he cop it in the back? Good umpiring to let it go. Sutcliffe off the ground. No Tiggy Touchwood free kicks being played at the moment as we see Buckenara giving it back to Jason Dunstall. Back to Howard. Howard looking for Platten. It's wide. Back it comes towards the half-back line. And this is Craig Smith picking it up. He brings it towards the centre wing area. That'll be 15 metres against Dale Waitman as he slings the big fella. There's David and Goliath with Greg Deere. Plays on over to Platten. Platten in everything at the moment as he brings it towards the bucket. Buckenara. Oh, yes. He marked it. What a great mark that was.
That's enormous mark. A one-handed job over the top. And, oh, that's a fantastic bit of work by Buckenara. Now, he's got a 15-metre penalty. So, from 50 metres out where he'll kick, it's a little bit further out than that. He'll just about make the distance, Gary Buckenara. That was a magnificent mark.
He's capable of the miraculous things in football, Jack, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's having his third kick and trying for his first goal. Gary Buckenara. Magnificent effort that was. No, he's missed the goal. Now, it's only one behind to Buckenara, but a fantastic mark. You won't see many better than that.
Well, he's kicked plenty of those this year behinds. 1-1 Hawthorn, Richmond. Yet to score. Jimmy Jess is actually playing at centre-half back, but he's kicking off on this occasion. Oh, beautiful kick as usual towards half-back. Johnny Annear has got a man wide. That's Craig Smith. I'm very impressed with this player. He is a really good footballer as he brings it down towards half-forward, and it's taken by Bays over the line. The boundary umpire said it was in front of the members, Jack.
Well, I didn't think it was, so we won't argue with him because he's throwing it in now, so we can't argue anymore. Been tapped down by Lee to the front of the pack, and it's going to hooked out by Platten. Little left foot pass by Lester Smith. Puts Wallace under a bit of pressure. He ran into a brick wall on that occasion with Smith. Back to Platten. Oh, Johnny Platten knows where to find a football. Tuck picks up now and kicks around toward Brereton, who's going to get up high but can't take the mark. Tapped down by Strawn. No one can get it clearly. Loveridge has the ball kicked away by Strawn. Taken by Thornton. The hand pass comes to Poole. Poole goes out wide, too wide for Lee. He's going to have to gather some pace, but there's too much pace on by Langford. Langford goes right down the flank. Here's a chance for Buckenara. He's all by himself in the moonlight. Buckenara comes into the goal. He puts it on its way, and it's, mark or not? A mark to Jimmy Jess.
Well, Buckenara could have run on too. I think he could have made a sit in the of it, but still he had the open goal. Well done, Jimmy Jess. Read that beautifully. Dippy hasn't been in the game so far. Good umpiring at the moment. They're really letting it go and not playing ticky-touch. That was Kennedy giving it to Platten. Platten with a handball back to Kennedy towards full forward. Brereton in front. Nearly a mark. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Tuck drops the ball. Play on, said the umpire. Hand pass back to Curran. Now it's Dippy. Breaks the tackle beautifully into the open goal, and what a goal that was by Robert Di-Domenico.
That's a great piece of football by Robert Di-Domenico. Very well done indeed. His strength has pushed the opposition aside. They broke away toward goal and let fly to put it through for Hawthorn's second goal. Nice piece of football. Who'd have ever thought they'd make a wingman out of Dippy? 2-1-13 the Hawthorn score. Richmond have no scorers yet.
And have a look at that close-up. He's getting Johnny Newcomb moustache. Dippy. He's becoming a suave character.
Dippy would say, who's Johnny Newcomb?
2-1 Hawthorn. Richmond yet to score, and they don't look like scoring. They've got to do something about that forward line, and Roach has got to get in front of Langford and really fight for the ball. There's a hand
Dippy again. Got it out. A chance for Bow. Might have been a free kick Bower's way, but the umpire hasn't paid it. Morris Rioli, who went for a hand pass and left the ball behind. Di-Domenico again fighting for possession against Rioli, and the umpire has said a bounce will take place right in the centre.
Well, Richmond's forward line was shocking last week against Carlton. It was really pathetic, and I'll tell you what, they've belted it down there a few times already, and they're not capitalising. As we see Wallace bring it towards half forward. Brereton, 5 kicks already to Wallace. Doesn't take him long. There's Jimmy Jess. Hand pass, a bad one to Sutcliffe. Here's a chance. It's who's that at those? Sutcliffe again going in after it, knocks it wide. Annear. The bottom of the pack. Here's danger. Tuck got it out to Dunstall in the meantime. Umpire Shane McDonald had blown the whistle to signal he will bounce it down.
Well, Richmond having this game today Hawthorn having the game against Richmond, but on Tuesday night in the Foster's Cup Series they meet Carlton in the grand final. So I've been informed that Hawthorn are going flat out for that one on Tuesday night. Naturally enough, $126,000. I'd be going
I reckon. And what is it, 90 odd per second?
Yeah, 96,000 seconds. So it's really, if you don't win the grand final, you still get 96,000. So Hawthorn and Carlton will clash in the Foster's Cup. It should be a great match.
Well, that'll be enough money to pay one player these days, Jack. So they'll be delighted. As we see, there's John Kennedy having a pot shot at the goals. And he has put it through for 1 point. So the scoreboard is 2-2-14 Hawthorn. to Richmond yet to score.
Yes, as Peter said, they're not doing much up across that half-forward line. They're not getting the ball very deep into attack. Strawn puts it in. Chance for Lee. No mark. The ball on the turf. Picking it up was Bauer. Couldn't do much with it. Going in as Hogg. He couldn't pick it up clean. Oh, that's in the back, if ever I've seen it. Has to be in the back against Lee. Harry Ayres will take the free kick.
I think he actually tried to jump in.
He did, but
it landed straight in the middle of his back.
Yes, he did. Going to put it up high. Ayres in toward the square. A chance for Ania. Did he touch it or not? Or Curran? Oh, Curran hit that. Oops, he seems all right. Oh, is he?
He's pretty tough, Peter.
Yes, is he ever? But that would have hurt just the same. But Peter Curran, a man I've often said, has got more courage than he should have.
Well, he was came through Marsland College. That's where he got it from. As we see, half-back Craig Smith. Sorry to mention it again, Jack. But he was captain of the school football team. He's a terrific kid too. There's Dippy. Couldn't take the mark. Didn't take him long to get back in. He brings it back, but the mark has been taken by Thornton. He wanted a handball. Then dangerous, but good mark taken by Trevor Poole. An ordinary hand pass to Hogg, but it might come off as he gets the bounce. He hand passes it wide. Bauer further afield to Eustace. Eustace wide. Now here's a chance for young Gavin Bayes.
We should get it up to Roach. If Roach, Roach didn't lead. He was going to lead in the pocket. Rioli's a chance. Yes, he's taken the mark. 40 metres out. So well placed by Bayes. Roach was behind Langford. It was going to lead into the pocket too, which I didn't think was bright. But Bayes hooked it back, saw Rioli, and he's popped it through.
Pickering's on the ground and Simon Clark is off.
I was a little bit premature there when I said he's popped it through. He has now. Rioli kicks Richmond's first goal, the first score for Richmond. Richmond 1 goal, 6 points. Hawthorn 2-3, 15 points. They're on Sevens big league, 15 and a half minutes into the first term, and the game being played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Well, there's Maurice Rioli, who played fairly well last week. Unfortunately for him, though, his opponent, Craig Bradley, played a great game for Carlton, but he would be running into a bit of form now. Morris, as you see him there, he's a brilliant player when he was firing. Good play by young Bayes, who played so well in the Army Reserve Cup game at the Lakeside Oval last week and greatly impressed the former Hawthorn skipper Don Scott.
At the centre bounce, Lee a little bit late on the scene, I think. No, got the thump down. It was a good one toward Waitman. Waitman can't get it away from the pack as yet. Players come in, but so the umpire, and we'll see a bounce taking place.
Well, I'm delighted that they got Lee in the ruck and Pickering on the forward line. I'm amazed they didn't start that way, Jack.
Now, I don't know what they had in their minds there, but it didn't look right to me. But let's see if it makes any difference. Deere going in a bit late, was tapped out and hurried up by Deere. Got the kick to the half-forward zone. Brereton, missed an easy mark. That was an easy mark. Taken by Poole. Poole breaks through the pack and again gets a hand pass back to Ania. I thought he should have given it to Storm, but he goes out wide to Craig Smith. Smith's got a paddock in front of him. He's going to look for a lead into the forward pocket. He kicks straight to Lester Smith. He can't take the mark. He does recover very well, though. Got the kick away toward the half-forward zone. Thornton on the scene in time or not? The umpire said yes, he's there in time, but now it's over the boundary line. The boundary throw-in will take place.
I think young Smith did the wrong thing there. He kicked to Roach in the pocket, surrounded by two Hawthorn players. There was two Richmond players running back to the goal square, Pickering and another player. He should have kicked it deep to the square and ignored Roach on that occasion. There's a Wallace throwing the ball away to Glenn Howard. Good tackle. Lovely tackle. Rioli is a great tackler. He really is, as we see Rodney Eade in the back pocket, a hand pass over the boundary line. But Richmond are having a red-hot go, and if they could capitalise up forward, Jack, they'd be right in this.
Yes, if they do something once they get it to about position where it is now, that's half-forward flank. If they can do something with it from there, they'd be all right. There's Patton chipping in, getting the ball away. DiPierdomenico doing well. Gets the ball toward Brereton and Paul kicks Dippy. That's nearly over the boundary. It is now. Brereton was nearly over the fence, but he's taken the mark on the half-forward flank. A long way out from goal. His third kick coming in toward the full forward position now. Curran. A little bit of work there done by Curran. Knocked the opposition off balance and took the mark. He's going to be too strong, I think, and too tall for Strawn.
I think Strawn can only play full back, to be quite honest. He's either full back or not on the ground. That's my opinion. I think he's too slow to play across the half-back line, Jack. I think you might agree with that. And yes, he'll have trouble chasing Curran, as we see Peter Curran from 40 metres out. A very high kick. It floats across, won't make the distance. Nearly a mark there for Jimmy Jess, but it comes off his hand and through for 1 point.
Could nearly have been a free kick to Jimmy Jess too, I thought. I thought the Brereton may have been holding him. Yeah. But it's 10 points between the teams now, you see on screen. And Jess thinking of as to where he should go. He's looking out toward the members' side of the ground. The kick has been placed toward Lee, who's leading. Tia's a bit tall for him. Oh, Nia got one a bit high. The umpire calls play on. Wallace will have a shot toward goal. It's on its way. It is only through for one behind. So Hawthorn now have kicked 2 goals, 5, 17 points. Richmond 1 goal for 6 points. So only 11 points between them. But Richmond have only had 1 shot at goal, 1 scoring shot, and Hawthorn have had 7. Now, having trouble getting the ball away from the Hawthorn forward line too. Yes, the mark has been taken by Poole. He's been called into the centre of the ground by Pickering, but can Pickering take the mark?
Well, he's underneath the ball, and Lee was left to contest against Deere, and Deere took a nice mark over the top, and that's 15 metres. No one on the mark. Now there is in Mark Lee. Now he's got to come back, as the umpire is saying. Could be another 15. Play on as he gives it the tuck. Tuck with a short one towards half forward, where the mark has been taken by Peter Schwab. Now,
a very clever pass by Tuck.
Yes, it was. And Schwab a long way out from goal. Who's there? Jimmy Jess and Brereton. It looks like being a one-out duel.
He's waiting for the fly, but Jess had the front bird.
Play in front. You'll get the ball 9 times out of 10.
Yes, Brereton was waiting for a longer kick to get the fly over the top of Jess, but Jess, the man in front, took the mark. The kick back toward the centre. Pickering a chance here. They could clash. He and Waitman. Could be would have been a free kick, I thought, to Waitman had he not taken the mark. Waitman at half back. Richmond having trouble getting past their half forward zone. Lee's a chance to take a mark. Ducked the head a bit there, but takes it. Gives it out to Eustace. He's looking for a lead in the forward pocket. The lead is there. Roach can't take the mark. In comes Rioli. Nearly out of bounds. Hooks the ball back, and a good mark to Waitman.
Brilliant play by Rioli. Most players would have let that ball go out of bounds, but he pounced on it on the line and he hooked it back on the right foot. And here's a chance for Dale Waitman from 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. A good camera shot of this one as we're right behind him as he comes in. Normally a good kick. It's floating and mark. It's a mark. Michael Pickering, I think, has marked 2 feet out from goal. And how they didn't start with this kid on the ground, I will never know.
Ask Tony Jewell tomorrow and we'll score. And he'll most likely be able to tell you. So Pickering, who now put on a very tight angle, has the shot toward goal. The umpire said you've missed it. Only 1 behind. So I think he should have gone back a lot further than that, Pete.
Yeah, open up the goals a bit.
So anyhow, could have been a goal to Pickering, which it isn't. So 1-1, playing 2-5. 10 points between the teams. You're on Sevens big league.
They wanted that one.
Yes. You always want a goal when you have a shot. It's one of the things you must do, convert. Chance for Langford. No mark. There's a chance for Poole. Hand pass should have been on there. He should have hand passed to Eustace. Gone for the short pass upfield. Now to chance. Hawthorn's free kicker. Richmond golden opportunity lost.
Yes, holding the man. I think umpire McDonald on that occasion said that Michael Pickering pulled him down to the ground, Glenn Howard, as we see Bayes, good disciplined play by Gavin Bayes, and I'm pleased to see the Richmond bringing the young blokes in, Jack. Hogg came back in and Gavin Bayes, and that's their future.
Well, that's the way they were started the season off, but then they deviated a little bit by bringing Rioli back. Now, whether that be good or bad, I don't know. Picked up by Ayres, dangerous practice, goes across goal, looking for Langford and finds him. That was a dangerous piece of football, but it came off. 3 kicks so far to Langford. Going down toward the wing position. Curran up there. Here's a chance now for Bauer. Not a bad kick, this kid. No, will that make it? Chance for Ayres. Can't take the mark. Being held by Waitman and forced through for 1 behind.
He was being held too.
He was.
I'll say.
Waitman was hanging on to Ayres on that occasion, but the umpire didn't pick it. And Ayres thumped it through for 1 behind. 8 points playing 17. It's Hawthorn leading on Sevens big league as we approach the 23-minute mark of the first term. No mark. Good try. Can't do much with it. Manton was a good try, that, Pete, by Manton, but he just didn't hold it.
Yes, he nearly hooked it in. He's really trying his heart out there, Johnny Manton. There he is on screen. He's been greatly improved player this year. Lee's, I'll tell you what, Lee's rucking beautifully since going there. There's Manton, the player we're talking about. Up to Rioli, flies. Wallace over the line in front of the Melbourne members stand. But
there's a chance for a score here. They're only 45 metres out from goal, Pete, so every chance of a Richmond score if they can get it to a rover. Now Lee and Dia. Lee got the front position. There's a chance now picked up by Thornton. The kick toward Ayres. Here's a chance for Manton if he can get there quick enough. Langford in pursuit. Getting the ball off the ground toward the boundary line. Good defensive work by Chris Langford. His fourth kick getting off the ground and the ball out of bounds.
They've really got to have Roach firing. I think you agree, Jack. They've had a lot of the play, Richmond,
yes,
but they're not capitalising up on that forward line.
That was good work by Langford, though. There's Lee doing well against Deere, as we said before. Wallace got a hand pass out, taken by Chuck. Whether it was meant for him or not doesn't matter. He goes toward Brereton, dumped down by Jess. Roberts in trouble. Loses possession. Platten trip. Ball play on. Brereton can't take it. Buckenara is there. The goals are open if he can get it. He's nearly tripped, picked up by Brereton. He shoots at goal and he's put it through. So the Hawthorn forwards combining well, in one sense, to get that ball through off the boot of Brereton, who's now had 3 kicks and 1 goal to Dermot Brereton, and Hawthorn grabbing those goals much easier than Richmond can get them to.
Took it down there once and it's a goal, but strangely enough, Jess is doing pretty well on Brereton. He's playing him close. He's punching the ball away, but on that occasion there was 2 against 1. 4 possessions to Brereton, as you saw him there on screen, but their forward line looks far more dangerous, Hawthorn, than does Richmond's, and they've got to do something up there, as we see Lee getting it down straight to Wallace. Wallace, Strawn, where he couldn't take the mark. Play on, as we see Anir getting it out. Dunstall cleverly knocks it over the top. Who'll get there first? It's Jeff Hogg in the back. Should have paid that umpire. That was definitely in the back. And that was umpire Shane McDonald. I don't know how he missed that one.
I meant McDonald. I said Sutcliffe, but it was Shane McDonald.
Umpire McDonald. I think he should have paid that one, Jack.
Right, Jimmy Jess from the full back position. 24 playing 8 with Hawthorn leading. Who will get this one? Poole in trouble. Hand pass comes out. Can't be taken by Smith. Socket off the ground by Anir. Chance for Waitman, but Schwab's going to get there first. He'll hand pass back. Yes, he gets it back to Ayres. Going into the half-forward zone, over that now, in toward the pocket area. Dunstall up high, spoiled by Strawn. A chance for Curran. Curran with the ball in front of him. Can't pick up, he does so now. Platten, you're going to swing it around with a hook shot back toward goal. Buckenara is there, can't take the mark. A chance for Brereton, another chance for Brereton. He's got the ball, a hand pass comes out. Interception by Sutcliffe, a chance for Kennedy. The ball goes high, away from goal, toward the forward pocket. It comes to turf. Jimmy just swoops on it. The left foot goes away, up toward the half-forward zone, and Schwab had a chance to pick up. Lester Smith doesn't take it cleanly. He brings it around the boundary line. Can he find a teammate? Curran took his eye off it. Picked up by Curran, hooked back high.
Brereton and Jess. Oh no, it's a mark, I think. He went the punch, Jimmy Jess, but Dermot Brereton in front. 2 bites of the cherry, and he has taken it 40 metres out from goal.
Yes, he should just about kick this goal too. Off this angle, Brereton a good shot at goal. Going for his second goal, had about 5 kicks. So Dermot Brereton looking a little bit...
Looks exhausted.
Well, I think he might have been hit. He might have got a bit of a whack there, Pete. So Brereton from this distance of 45 metres out from where he'll kick. Kick very high, it's on its way. The umpire looks at it very closely and indicates it's good. So Brereton kicks his second goal in the space of a couple of minutes, and we're 27 into the first term. Hawthorn 30 points, Richmond 8 points.
There he is, Dermot Brereton. As I said, I thought Jimmy Jess was playing all right on him, but the ball was being belted down there very, very quickly by the Hawks, and Brereton, that was a good mark because he was in front. The other time he got behind, Jess took a strong mark, but he looks tired. He's covering a heck of a lot of territory across that half-forward line. No wonder he's tired. There's Mark Lee, the big thump away. Now here's a chance as Bays gets it to Rioli. He's got it. Now Roach is leading against Langford. Langford from behind. Oh, he punches away towards the boundary line and it goes over the line, but they've got to have Michael Roach firing. Langford is in brilliant form this year at fullback.
Yeah, it's very hard to fire against a fella like Langford, who's 6'4", as strong as you like.
Got to lead.
He has to lead, but has he got the players in front of him to give him the ball properly? We'll find out if he does lead, I suppose.
I think if they kick it high, Langford is going to have a birthday because he'll just keep punching away. He's taller than Roach. He's 6'4".
Well, Langford's got a lot of things going for him. He's very strong. He's 6'4". He's got a bit of pace. He might have more pace than Roach too. Now the ball on the turf, a chance for Poole. He won't get to it though. It's near the boundary line. Abbott got the ball out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place. It's about 30 metres out from the Richmond goal on the members' side of the ground, and the time clock 28.5 minutes into the first term. Richmond need a goal to get back in the game. Roach can't do anything with it. Hand pass was a funny looking one, but hurried out of the pack to Wallace, who got it moving again. Picked up and hurriedly booted by Howard down to the wing position with Lee in pursuit. Will he get there in time? Oh, the ball broke beautifully for Loveridge, but the siren sounds. It's quarter time at the MCG. And that, we watched that little bit of a incident there. Nothing in it, really.
And say that
Hawthorn, 4-6, 30 points. Richmond, 1-2-8 points. You're on Sevens Big League. On Sevens Big League at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's second quarter beginning now. In the first term, Hawthorn kicked 4 goals, 6, 30 points to Richmond, 1-2-8 points. Bounce has taken place. Lee doing well in the ruck. Bays taps it further afield. A chance for Riol. If he gets this, is a goal for Richmond. Oh, he lost it. He had it in his grasp. Tapped on by Domenico. A chance for Eustace. He can't get it out. Hooked off the ground by Manton. Domenico can't make contact. Kicked off the ground again by Eustace. Into the half-forward zone. Tackle on Notting too high, and he'll take the shot from 50 metres out. Gee, that would have been a goal if Riol had been able to pick that up.
Certain goal it would have been, and bad luck. He did everything right, but he just lost it at the last bit. Here's Notting, who started off an interchange, looking for Roach in front. Over the back is Pickering, couldn't take it. It's forced through by Glenn Howard for a point.
Scores being 4-6, 30 points to 139 points. Hawthorn leading Richmond. Richmond falling down across half forward in the first term. They didn't start with Pickering on the ground, and they started with young Clark in the ruck, which is a little bit nonplussing, if you can use that word. Taken by Tuck. Tuck coming up the members' wing. To the half-forward zone. Curran underneath the ball. Oh, Jess, good mark. Jess looking into the centre. Is he going in there, though? No, it's a high kick. It'll be one for the Rovers. Eustace underneath it awaits the crumb. No crumb forthcoming. The mark taken by Abbott. Abbott plays on, giving it out to Lester Smith, who drives it into the half-forward zone. Brereton, no mark. Picked up by Buckenara. Grabbed too high. And he'll take the free kick about 55 metres out from goal. Gary Buckenara will wait for a lead from Dunstall. Here, out it goes now. Dunstall leading. Tuck. Loveridge waited the crumb. It didn't eventuate either. Good mark for Dunstall.
Very good mark by Jason Dunstall, and a beautifully directed kick by Buckenara. He waited for the lead, kicked it wide. Dunstall in front of Sutcliffe, and a good strong mark. But Hawthorn have looked, Brereton's in a bit of trouble behind the play here, as we see Dunstall coming in to have a shot at goal. It slews up his boot and through for 1 point. He's having treatment. Dermot Brereton behind the play in the hands of the trainers. 1-3 plays 4-7, but they've looked far dangerous in attack, Hawthorn, than has the Richmond side, where Roach is down at the moment against Langford, and they really need someone to fire. There's a lovely mark taken by Trevor Poole, who's Richmond's best player.
Poole looking down toward Manton, but changes his mind. He goes into the wing position, going the long way home, taken by Thornton. Thornton of Richmond around the flank again. He travels up toward the half-forward zone, tapped on by Bays. Oh, Bays and Pickering had a misunderstanding, and now the ball is out of bounds. Pickering was waiting for Bays, and Bays was waiting for Pickering, and in the finish, the ball got hurried over the boundary line. It's 55 metres out from Richmond's goal. We'll see the boundary umpire bring the ball back into play, and the ruck duel takes place, but actually no contact was made. Wallace underneath the pack has the ball, and the umpire will bounce.
Yes, and that's umpire Shane McDonald on screen, electing to bounce that one, as Terry Wallace was on the bottom of the pack. Lee dominated the hit out since moving into the ruck. Now it's holding the man going to Dale Waitman.
He wouldn't go from there, Peter. It was too far out. He'll have to go for Roach. And Roach is being beaten by Langford.
Yes, I'd move Pickering to full forward at the moment, as we see over the back of the pack a good mark, or actually in front to Abbott. Abbott to Tuck. They're falling down on the forward line. Here's Thornton going for the mark. Oh, he should have marked that. He drops a lot of marks, Ronnie Thornton.
Yeah, he drops his head too.
Well, there's Kennedy. Hand pass to Abbott. Abbott a poor hand pass to Wallace. Wallace looking back to Abbott with a hand pass. Abbott picks it up well for a big man, and over at the line it goes on centre wing. Richmond have had a ton of play on their forward line, but they're falling down badly, and Tony Jewell will have to make a move there shortly.
Lee doing the ruck work for Richmond against Deer. Lee got the tap down, went past Holt, coming toward Notting, who's having trouble getting rid of the ball there. He can't get it out. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place, still on the wing position on the members' side of the ground here at the MCG. On 7's big league, it's Hawthorn leading Richmond by 22 points. 4.5 minutes into the second term. Lee got the tap again. Thornton tried to tap it on. Tucks there. Notting went in. Good work. And Nia can't pick it up. And we're going to see another bounce. We've had quite a few of this today. Scrambling passages of play and the umpire forced to bounce the ball up. Umpires don't like doing that. They like to keep the game open, but sometimes they're forced to bounce.
Lee against Deere. Lee gets it down to, it came to Ayres to Poole. Poole's having a great day. Roach in front this time. Over the back of the pack is Rioli. Now, will it sit for him? No, there's two Hawthorn players there against him, and Lester Smith taps it over the line. But there, I think you'd agree, there's no system up in that forward line. They're just blazing away blindly and hoping someone will take a mark.
Yeah, it's kick and hope at present, Peter. 45 metres out from Richmond's goal. Manton does the ruck work. Got the ball to Pickering. The kick was smothered. Still in that pack of players about 30 metres out from Richmond's goal where the action takes place. And once again, the umpires are forced to bounce. 4-7-31, playing 1-3-9. Hawthorn league, 5.5 minutes. In the second term on 7's big league from the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Manton in the ruck, drops it. Upwey-Tecoma to Loveridge. He's got it, he's caught, and too long. He had the ball. That's a wrong decision, umpire Shane McDonald. He certainly was in possession of the ball, was held, and the umpire's given him holding the man.
Loveridge with the ball at half-back, going in toward the centre of the ground. Can't take it. Lester Smith's there, being held, not in possession. The ball with Wallace, gets it out. There's a chance for McCarthy. He hooks the ball around toward Curran. Curran in front, can't take the mark. Tuck swoops on it, picks it up nicely, keeps the ball in play and swings it back toward little Johnny Platten, who doesn't know that he's clear. He can run into the open goal because Roberts lost his footing. The goal on its way. It's a goal, kicked by Platt. That's a nice piece of work by Johnny Platten. He kicks his second goal. Fine job that. And the scoreboard in front of you, 5-7-37 to 139 points. Platten has 8 possessions so far in this game. 5 kicks he has, and he's got 2 goals for his credit. So it's very well done, that one, Peter.
Yes, unfortunately for Richmond, Michael Roberts slipped over then as they went for the ball. There he is, Mike Roberts. But Platten, quick to seize on the mark, ran to the boundary line and hooked back the drop punt. A beautiful kick. And they look far more dangerous up forward, Hawthorn, than do Richmond. Richmond, well, I've said it all right from the start of the game. Their forward line is a shambles, as it was last week against Carlton. They've had plenty of the play today, as we see. Curran, no, it wasn't. It was McCarthy trying to crash his way through. That was a hurried kick by Thornton. Down towards half forward. Rioli overran the ball. Manton gets it out to Rioli. Rioli, a one-out duel. Roach against Langford. Langford punches the ball away. Takes it away from Roach. Heads for the boundary line. And over the line it goes. But they're doing it too easily down there in defence, the Hawks.
Wasn't a very good kick by Rioli, though. It gave,
poor kick.
Gave Roach not much chance to get that one. Pickering doing the ruck work. The ball hooked up towards goals. Roach now, and Langford once again. Langford's got more pace than Roach. I thought he did have.
He's not fit, Roach.
Oh, he's left him behind by at least 5 metres. Kicked up toward Notting, taken by Curran. Curran's looking for somewhere to go. He goes backwards to Buckenara, who's on half-back. He goes up to the half-forward zone. McCarthy's there to Platten. Here's another goal coming up. Platten's 45 out, 40 out. Into the open goal he travels, and he puts it through. Johnny Platten cutting into pieces down there. 3 goals now, 2 in the last couple of minutes, and that was a goal. The moment it got into the grasp of Platten, he went from the 55-metre mark to about 45, let go from 40, and the goal's on the board now. 6-7-43, 139 points. Good work by Hawthorn's Johnny Platten to kick that goal, and they're putting Space second, Richmond running third in this competition.
Well, they've got to make a move. I'd move Roach. He is either not fit or else he's just playing poorly, because Langford left him for dead by 10 metres there, and Roachy couldn't do a thing about it. So there's a hand pass from Upwey-Tecoma out to Ayres. This looks dangerous, this build-up. Lester Smith backing up beautifully. Was that touched off the boot, I think it was. Up towards half-forward. Sutcliffe was the ball, kept in play almost by Curran. The boundary umpire said no. Now, Michael Roach has been taken off the ground as I speak. Clark coming on now. I hope they move Pickering to full forward and bring... Oh, it's a bit... I don't know whether Clark will make much difference. He's not a full forward. You've got to put Pickering down there who can take a mark.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next few moments. Ayres by himself, taking the mark, looking for somewhere to go. Upwey-Tecoma makes the lead. The kick has been delivered there too, and he takes the mark at half forward. He's about 55 metres out from where he'll kick, but you can back your life on this. It'll be a short pass coming in somewhere. The lead will be made, and Dunstall now leads into the half-forward or the forward pocket area. Oh gee, that come off the ground quick, didn't it? Got away from Dunstall, couldn't get near it, and it's out of bounds.
There he is, Jason Dunstall. I like the way that kid plays. I think he's a terrific contributor up forward. There's Deer over the top of the pack. The pocket, forward pocket for Hawthorn. Richmond desperately have to do something. 1-3 to 6-7. They've had plenty of the play, Richmond. They can only blame themselves up forward because they have not been able to convert. One behind this term. Hawthorn have added 2 goals, 1. Lee getting the tap down. Tuck, I thought, may have been held. The umpire said play on. Comes a DiPiero Domenico. He shoots towards goal. Did the whistle sound, though? The whistle did sound. It'd have to be Tuck's kick, wouldn't it? No, Platten by the look of it. Kick. He handballed the ball. He must have copped one after he handballed it to DiPiero Domenico. I thought it was Tuck's free kick prior to that, but anyhow, now's Platten having a chance to kick his 4th goal. You'll see him on the 50-metre mark now. He's had 10 kicks. You mentioned that Tuck one. He was held for about, I reckon, 20 seconds. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. He was appealing to the umpire. The umpire ignored it. See, that's when they often say they play the advantage rule because his teammate had the ball. You see, that's where the advantage doesn't always work. Often a disadvantage. Platten going for 4. Not a bad looking kick, but has crossed the face of goal. McCarthy's going to mark it behind the goal line. So we'll see one behind to the Hawthorn total, which now is 6 goals, 8-44. Richmond 139 points. Richmond are getting a bath here from Hawthorn. They have nothing up forward at all. Nothing. Young Clark is not a full 40. He won't make a lot of difference. They've got to get Pickering to the square, I reckon. Good mark to Lee, half-back flank. But they've got to have someone to get the ball down there first. Yes, I know that, but you also need someone to take a mark around the goal square. They've had no one so far. Centre of the ground, in they go. But they've had it down there, Jack, for many times, I think you'd agree. Yes. And they've just let them down. Right, let's get back to the middle now. 1-3 playing 6-8. Hawthorn leading Richmond. I'm not called the mean machine for nothing, this mob, I'll tell you. Deer beaten by Lee again. Waitman's hand pass came out, taken by Smith. Smith got a kick, but it wasn't a good one. Comes back into Smith again. He tried to get another kick, but couldn't make contact. Picked up by Buckenara. 70 metres out from goal. Looks for Dunstall, who's dropping back, and a mark. That was good work against Sutcliffe. Used the body very well. He had no hope, Sutcliffe. As soon as Buckenara got the ball, that low trajectory kick, and you could see it, couldn't you, Jack? That Dunstall had him out of position, leant into him, as Jack said. And young Sutcliffe had no chances. Dunstall from right in front. He got it very close to the man on the mark, but he got it. Sneaks it through for a goal. Yes, he got very close to the man on the mark there, Dunstall. Should have, I think Sutcliffe may have outfought him there. He may have marked the ground to where the actual mark was and then come in on top of Dunstall, but he did kick the goal. 7-8 now, 50 points, playing 139 points. Hawthorn leading Richmond on 7's big league, and 12.5 minutes have gone in the second term. And notice Brereton down there on the bench, Pete. He was hurt earlier, and he went off when McCarthy came on. Yeah, well, it won't make a lot of difference the way Hawthorn play. They're such a great team. You can bring in about another 10 and slot into that side. They'd still do equally as well. There is Deer, beaten by Lee. Wallace. And it's a free kick going to Wallace, said umpire Snedden, in the centre of the ground. He must have deemed him not to have been in possession of the ball when tackled. So Wallace going out wide to DiPiero Domenico. Has a chance now. Wallace has had 6 kicks. This is Ayres, not DiPiero Domenico. A hand pass into Big Deer. Deer 55 metres out. Not a good looking kick, and taken by Hogg. Hogg of Richmond on the half-back line, looking into the centre. You can see a lead by Thornton, but the kick's going straight to Ayres. Ayres can't take the mark. Been picked up by Howard. Now it's taken by Waitman. Waitman getting into the centre of the ground. Hand pass toward Rioli. Not a good one. Rioli goes out wider again. Taken by Anea. Anea from half forward going into the forward pocket. Looking for Clark. He can't take the mark, and he's thumped over the boundary line. Langford doing a great job down there. Boundary throw-in taking place 55 metres out from Richmond goal. Half forward flank. Langford going in to do the ruck. He is in sensational form here. Rioli's got it. Smothered off the boot. Waitman, they need him firing. Handball back over the line, but Dale Waitman not doing enough. He didn't play well last week. He played in patches last week. Car accident a few weeks ago. I wonder if he's fully fit from after that.
Well, they'd known a few fellas playing well. Clark beaten by Langford. The ball came out. Eustace got a little kick into the half-forward, into the full forward. Oh, that was he. Tackled too high. Someone tried to trip him just prior to that. He's getting himself in the walls.
15.
Rodney Eade now 15 metres will go his way. So he'll be looking into the centre now. Buckenara has led, but he's kicked over his head to Curran. Curran can't take that one. Beaten by Strawn. Another chance for Richmond to go forward. That was a good tackle. Lost possession. Picked up. Was that Eade again, giving it to Wallace. Wallace back toward the centre. Buckenara will take this into the half-forward zone. Dunstall leads into the pocket. Oh, the kick's a good one, but Sutcliffe got his hands to it. Now can clear the ball away from the half-back line. Soccer's off the ground, giving Tuck the chance, but Johnny Aeneas there can't pick up. Gee, Dunstall followed that one through, tackled too high. The umpire calls play on, and the ball forced along the ground toward Howard again. Socket off the ground by Lee, and socket off once again. Picked up by Lester Smith. They got clipped in here, I thought. The umpire called play on, and it should have been Lester Smith's free kick. Now, I wonder why that was. Umpire McDonald doing that. I thought he must have thought he was clear and had a chance to kick the ball, but really it was a free kick to Lester Smith.
Now it's a free kick. All the Hawthorn supporters won't like that. The Richmond supporters are very happy with that one. Out wide, Pickering too slow to get there. Oh, in the back, yes. And up and... Oh, gee, Langford wasn't happy with that decision. He reckons he staged. He took a dive, Michael Pickering. He's on the boundary line, only about 30 metres out from goal. And this would take a very good kick from there by Michael Pickering. I'll tell you what, I'd definitely put him in the goal square. He is a great mark. There's the kick. Oh, it's class. It's a good-looking kick, and it's a goal. Lovely goal to Mike Pickering.
Yes, Chris Langford wasn't happy about that, but Pickering kicks his first. There's some happy people who like that one. Richmond on 2-3, 15 points. Hawthorn 7-8, 50 points. That's 35 points between the teams. 16 and a half minutes into the second term on Seven's big lead. Pickering on screen. I know, Pete, you reckon he's tall enough for full forward?
Oh, I do. Well, he's not. He's not really tall enough, but you know he's going to go in there and contest and make it pretty hard. I don't like that ruckman resting at full forward. I never have, and it never works, as we see. Langford, oh, there's Dunstall. Oh, was he held? It wasn't Langford, I should say. Loveridge off the ground by Buckenara. It's a goal. Another one to the Hawks, as easy as you like.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to answer that goal by Pickering. At the other end, Buckenara kicking that one off the ground, and a good piece of work. I thought it might have been a free kick to Dunstall for a moment, but Hawthorn 8-8. Buckenara's 7 possessions at this stage of the game. 8-8, 56, playing 2-3, 15. Seven's big league at the MCG. We've been playing 17 and a half minutes now. Back to the centre.
Dermot Brereton, Jack back on at centre-half forward on Jimmy Jess. Greg Deere off.
Clark got the tap down. A chance for Rialdi. He just about threw that one out to Notting. Notting coming through the centre, but a kick not a good one. Going out wide, picked up by Poole with the ball in front of him. Poole tackled by DiPierdomenico. Got it back to Clark. Clark hand passes back, taken by Poole. Poole thought of kicking it. Now he's going to carry the ball to the 50-metre mark. Nearly lost possession. He goes now towards goal. Good-looking kick. That's a good goal.
Deserved
goal. Very good goal. Kicked by Trevor Poole. There goes.
Point, Jack.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was hopeful for him.
I'll tell you what, it deserved a goal.
I thought it was from here. I should have waited on the umpire. 8-8, 56, playing 2-4, 16.
Schwab receives from Gary Ayres. Oh, gee. He can run as far as he likes, Schwab. 3 kicks he's had so far. Platten in front. Over the back of Manton. Threw that one, didn't he? No, said the umpire. Zahari kick was from Wallace towards half-forward. Dippy has taken the mark. Oh, here's danger because Dunstall's in front. Well done, young Sutcliffe. He punches the ball away. Kennedy to Curran. Caught. In goes Dunstall. Still going in there after it, but the umpire will come in and bounce it. Umpire Shane McDonald at about 30 metres out from the Hawthorn goal.
Oh, gee, Dunstall doesn't give up when he doesn't get it the first time. He keeps
He's a goer, isn't he?
He keeps fighting for possession. The ball put down about 30 metres out from goal, as Peters said. There's a hurried kick came out of the pack towards Dunstall. Hand pass comes away to Anea from Eustace. Anea back to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe gets in toward Brereton and he takes the mark 50 out from goal. So from the 50-metre mark, Dermot Brereton will try and kick this goal. It's his first kick for the quarter. He was injured late in the first term. Be a hard goal to get, but he's put it right up where it has to be if he can't kick a goal. That's in the goal square. Platten couldn't get the boot to it and run through for one behind. 8-9 is the Hawthorn total. 57 points. Richmond 2-4, 16 points. We're getting toward the 20-minute mark of the second term on Seven's big lead. 41 points between the teams. A good pass from the full-back position, finding Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe waiting, looking for someone to move, but he now goes out wide to Rioli, who's covered by two players, and one of them is Barracked, who takes the mark.
Oh, boy, that's not good football by Richmond. Poor play to kick to one surrounded by two. They've got to start running and creating a bit of space because the Hawks are doing it well at the moment.
Well, he's hurt himself too.
Now, what if it's cramp or he's hurt his hip? He certainly is hurt.
He landed heavily on his back.
After he took a very good mark, Peter Swab. Let's hope he's not. He's a real goer, Swabby.
He's hurt, all right. He's certainly hurt himself. So he's going to be kicked, going to be taken by Rodney Eade. And a 50-metre penalty against the Richmond side. So I don't know whether Eade had kicked the distance there, 50-odd. He may have just got a nerve or something like that, but he doesn't look too mobile. Kicked by Eade up to the goal line. It's coming into that direction and right in the square. Socket out. Loveridge a chance. In trouble. His hand pass comes away. Taken by Buckenara. The kick not good. Loveridge goes forward and puts it through. So Hawthorn seem to get their goals very easily indeed. Loveridge kicks his first goal. Hawthorn 9-9, 63 points. Richmond 2-4, 16 points on Seven's big league. 21 minutes into the second term.
Well, 7 kicks to Richard Loveridge, and that's his first goal, but Johnny Platten has kicked 3, so the Rovers doing their bit round the goals. Chris Whitman is on the ground now in place of Peter Swab, who's going off for a break with that injury. McCarthy doing the ruck work over the back as Brereton. Oh, gee, nearly copped one. There's Rioli. Play on as we see a little kick that went and travelled about 5 metres by Wallace. Platten and a near.
Oh, Platten's a terrier.
I'll say he is, and in comes umpire Snedden to bounce the ball. But Richmond, oh gee, have they gone off the boil in recent weeks?
No, I didn't know they ever got on the boil, but they were improving, Pete, but they're beating some strong teams now. Taken by Poole. Kicked high and then wide. Out toward the half-forward zone. That's a gutsy mark to Howard. Got a hand pass to Langford. On the left foot, going toward the half-forward zone. Not a good kick. Smothered off the boot. You see a boundary throw-in taking place on the wing position out of side. 22 minutes have left us now in the second term. Richmond 2-4, 16. Hawthorn 9-9, 63 points.
There's confidence for you. Langford down on the wing having a kick as we see Dipier Domenico to Buckenara against young Craig Smith. Oh, good tackle by Buckenara. There's Smith with a hand pass to Rioli. Rioli a long booming kick, but Dippy's there. Can't take the mark. Man, gee, he's putting in, isn't he, Jack? Manton is trying his heart out.
Yes, he's trying hard. He's got a fair bit of opposition, though. But haven't got enough fellas who can get the ball often enough. Ruxman will be Clark against Curran. Is it, or McCarthy in there? The ball hooked out and came back into Wallace. Wallace couldn't do much with it. Howard nearly threw that to DP Domenico. He comes out to Curran now, so it must have been McCarthy before. Platten picks up, shoots it back to Curran. The kick is smothered. Now it's a chance for someone to get out. Strawn, is it? Trying to get it out. They can't do so. DP Domenico's there. The ball held to him. We'll see a bounce taking place on its half-forward flank for Hawthorn on the outer side of the ground. 63 playing 16. 23 minutes gone, the second term, Seven's big lead.
Poole has it taken away by Richard Loveridge. Towards the pocket, Craig Smith, Jimmy Jess with experience, heads straight for the boundary line. We've been going about 23 and a half minutes into this second quarter, 9-9 to 2-4, so that's 8 goals the difference. 1 point off 8 goals. There's Wallace towards Dunstall in front. That'll be a mark.
Yes.
That's a good... Oh, the umpire didn't pay the mark. I thought that was a certain mark, as we see a chance for a near, too slow. Puts it on the ground, grabbed by Dermot Brereton, picks it up, hooks hard and high, and what's he done with that one? He's put it through for a point. Not happy, Dermot. Look at it. Won't make a lot of difference, though. 9-10, Hawthorn doing it well. Richmond 2-4.
Yes, I thought that may have been a mark earlier to Dunstall, but maybe the hand of Sutcliffe got in there somewhere. I don't know. The umpire was much closer than we are. said it wasn't a mark, and Barracked missed a fairly easy snapshot. Jess bringing the ball back now from the full back position. This is young Hobb in the left foot down toward, or in the back, would have to be paid against Smith, surely. No, the umpire hasn't played it. Roberts looking for a hand pass to Eustace. Eustace thought of a hand pass to Pickering, now lets it go. Pickering, no one to kick to. There's Lee dropping back now and could take the mark 20 metres out from goal. If not the mark, the free kick will be paid. So Lee take this shot 20 metres out from goal. The angle you can see, the cameras will be right behind it. Not a very acute angle, and Lee should have any trouble putting this one through. He hasn't kicked any goals as yet. It's Hawthorn 9 goals, 10-64. And Lee trying to improve Richmond's total of 2-4. What will he do? It's through, so it's 3 goals 4 now, the Richmond total. Lee's had 4 kicks for 1 goal. It's Hawthorn 9-10-64, Richmond 3-4, 22 on Sevens Big League, 25 minutes into the second term.
And that was a better build-up because they got a nice hand pass wide, a lovely hand pass to Pickering, had him loose, and on the left foot it was a beautifully directed kick to Lee, but there was a bit of system there. Instead of just blazing away, they kept the ball low and kept a bit of possession football going, and that made them look a bit better as a side. There's players pouncing in on the ball. Terry Wallace is the Hawthorn player. He's always in the thick of the tough stuff. Right in the centre of the ground by Shane McDonald will bounce it.
25, now it's 26 minutes into the second term. Richmond getting a bit of a hiding here. 42 points down to Hawthorn at this stage, which is nearly half time. Wallace again going after the ball, can't get there first. Poole had a chance, he couldn't do much with it. Picked up by Jess, his little kick comes out of the pack towards Poole, obeys it, is giving chase. Langford's there, he can't get it either. Wallace is in there for Hawthorn, he'll try and get it back to Langford, couldn't do so. He burrows in to try and get it out, but couldn't do that either. And we'll see a boundary throw in taking place 55 metres out from the Richmond goal. So Richmond need a couple of goals before half-time, Peter, to try and get some credibility into the team, or into the scoreboard, but they're going to find it difficult.
I'll say that. Well, there's Dippy getting a hurried kick, knocked on by Lester Smith. Another knock on by Kennedy. Now it's Platten. And that kick only travelled about a metre into the man running towards him and went over the line on centre wing. Young Bauer, Brendan Bauer, picking up Platten. Michael Roberts taken off the ground. There's Dippy, centre wing, a little short chip. Finds his teammate in Wallace. Wallace to Eade. Eade to full forward. Dunstall and Brereton. Oh, here's danger. Buckenara. Beautiful use of the ball. A hand pass to Dunstall. Great team play by the Hawks.
Yes, you see that one stuck out a mile ago when Buckenara got the hands to it. Got a hand pass into Dunstall and he kicks his second goal. Hawthorn 10-10, 70 points. Richmond 3-4, 22 points. You're still on Sevens Big League. We're still at the MCG and it's still in the second quarter.
I love the way when Buckenara, when the ball came clear, it wasn't bouncing properly for him, so he just tapped it on until it sat up and he said, thank you very much, picked it up, lovely hand pass, could have kicked it himself, but unselfishly gave it across there to Jason Dunstall.
At the centre bounce. Towards Whitman it travels, he taps it further afield. The other 31 got it too and kicked it away. That was Bauer of Richmond. Can't pick up yet. Wallace in there again. His hand pass comes back. Taken by Howard. 17 kicks for Howard, is it, or Wallace? DiPierdomenico in towards Curran. Can't take the mark. I think the boundary umpire will win out here. Yes, he will. So we'll see a boundary throw in taking place 55 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. 17 touches to who, Andrew? Wallace. Terry Wallace having a pretty good day today. On screen, though, it's Dunstall.
What's new?
Nothing much, I don't suppose. Boundary throw in, 55 out from Hawthorn's goal. Kennedy doing the ruck work. The ball came to Tuck, comes to the Loveridge now from Tuck towards Platten. Platten trying to keep the ball. He was trying to keep it in play. Got one in the back there, and we'll see a boundary throw in taking place. Johnny Platten may have hurt himself there.
So he has a drink.
I thought he had hurt himself. He's only bending down to pick up the water bottle. Boundary throw in, still 55 out from Hawthorn's goal, and this time Tuck doing the ruck work. Got the tap too. Had a chance now for Rodney Eade. Poole's there. They clash. Play continues. DiPierdomenico's hand pass to Eade. Tapped out towards Kennedy. DiPiero Domenico beaten by Rioli. Now it's Bauer's turn to give it to Strawn. Strawn hooks it around the corner. Taken by Simon Clark. Not a good hand pass to Poole. Having trouble picking up. Tried to get it out to Roberts. Roberts should get it back out to an air, but he picks up now. On the left foot, he swings a high torpedo punt into the half-forward zone. Oh, Langford up that early. He was up before acceptances.
Kicked him out.
He nearly got on the shoulders of Lee. In fact, he did get on the shoulders of Lee, and he gave away the free kick. My word, he got up high.
He was up high, but he kicked out Lee, so Lee didn't have a hope to go for that mark. There's the kick up to Jimmy Jess. A big thump away. There's Wallace. Base of the pack, as usual, comes out with the ball, but in the meantime, umpire Shane McDonald is going to bounce it. Centre half forward for the Tigers.
35 metres out from goal. Rioli waiting to pounce at this bounce, but he can't get it yet. Carried out of the pack, and it's taken out there on the half-forward flank. This is Poole. The siren sounds.
He's got to go to talk now, I think.
Well, he's 50 metres out. Man on the mark is DiPiero Domenico, 50 metres out from goal, so he will be kicking from 55 metres. He'll need a torpedo punt. He's not holding the ball as though he's going to kick one. Yes, he is. He lets go with a torpedo punter. Doesn't make the distance. Thumped away from goal. So no score after the half-time siren for Richmond. At half-time at the MCG, Sevens big league score. Hawthorn 10-10, 70 points. Richmond 3-4, 22 points.
You want to be a real footballer? I've been a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at leading stores. Real footy gear, real footy accessories, real footy supporters gear too, in all club colours and badges. Go for the mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark. Go for the VFL mark at leading stores.
On Sevens Big League, the second half of the game at the Melbourne Cricket Ground between Hawthorn and Richmond. Should have said Richmond and Hawthorn. Richmond trailing by 48 points. We go into the second half. And Ania's kick, first kick of the third term. Ania to the half-forward zone. Richmond have reconstructed their forward line to try and get some bite.
Yes, and over the back is Chris Whitman, who started off an interchange, but couldn't get away with the football. There's Langford, who played a great first half. He took Michael Roach right out of the game. Michael Roach taken off the ground. Now he's back on the ground playing in the ruck. But in that first half, Richmond had plenty of the play up forward, but their forward line was terrible. They only scored 3-4 to Hawthorn's 10-10.
Richmond 1-2 in the first term, Hawthorn 4-6, 2-2 for Richmond in the second term, Hawthorn 6-4. Now they're going from strength to strength. Wallace with the ball in front of him, got a hand pass to Tuck, who's done quite well today too. Tuck got the ball moving to the half-forward zone, and the ball off the hands of McCarthy, past Hogg and over the boundary line. How many kicks for Tuck, Andrew? 8 kicks to Tuck. So he hasn't been doing too bad, as I said. McCarthy opposing Roach, who's been moved away from full forward, taken off the ground, and now been put into the ruck.
Waitman gets it across to Thornton. Taken away by Whitman. He's got a ton of pace, Whitman. Knocked out to Rioli. Rioli back to Strawn. Strawn with a high one towards half forward. Ayres. A hand pass wide. Ania. A hand pass looking for Waitman. Waitman kicks it on. Dives on the ball. Now he hooks it out. Eustace is there, or is it Manton? It's Eustace, in fact, on the bottom of the pack, and umpire Snedden will bounce it.
Very untidy football this early stage of the third term. 2 minutes in, taken by Eustace. The kick comes toward Langford. Langford too strong, I think, for Manton on that occasion. There was an opportunity existing there for Bayes. Got hit in the head, I thought, and the umpire said it might be a free kick. Yes, it will be a free kick against Lester Smith. And Bayes will take this free kick for Richmond, but from 45 metres out will take a shot at goal. To say that Richmond needed a goal would be the greatest understatement I've ever made. Richmond 3-4 to Hawthorn 10-10. 45 metres out from goal. Bayes to take the shot.
He hooks it slightly, a chance for someone to take a mark, and Mark Lee could not take the mark. In fact, it came off his hands over the line and through for a point. 3-5-23 Richmond. Hawthorn 10-10-70, and Hawthorn doing very, very well as we see Ayres. Oh, they've got a loose man everywhere as he elects to give it to Rod Lester Smith. He kicks it high to Brereton, or is it Curran? In fact, it's Curran out in front. Curran is playing on Greg Strawn. Curran brings it wide, looking for John Kennedy, who hasn't been... well, he hasn't been in the play all that much. Haven't noticed him.
Only had 6 possessions. Done a few things, but I know what you mean, Pete. Some days he's got the ball every couple of minutes, but today he hasn't really had a great day. Tapped out toward Loveridge, who got the ball onto the boot up to the forward pocket area. Strawn can't do anything with it. DiPierdomenico went through very heavily. Connected Waitman and holding the man against DiPierdomenico will be paid to Dale Waitman. Swings the ball out wide. Poole's there. Platten closes the gap, but Poole could have taken the mark, but may have got a free kick. Platten burrows in and gets the ball. Geez, a little terrier, Johnny Platten. Yes.
The Hawthorn supporters love him, and rightly so.
I don't think it mattered who he played for, Pete. If he played for your football team, we'd all love him, but he's a real terrier. Always at the bottom of the pack, as is Terry Wallace. McCarthy got the tap away from that bounce. Hogs a chance. Can't do much with it. Still trying to tap it out. Been too many of these packs forming up today. You can't play good football under those conditions.
You're right. There's been a lot of them, and the ground in patches pretty heavy. Must have had a lot of rain around this area, because there are many grounds today are in good condition. There we see Rioli with the long kick towards the half-forward line. No mark. It's grabbed there by Eustace. He hooks it back. Manton caught behind, and Langford out in front. I'd play Pickering at full forward. I've said that from going back 2 quarters. They've got to do something, and because they're failing up there. There's a mark to Michael Pickering. That's a 15 metres. It's going to Loveridge. Has had a good day. 12 possessions as he's on half-back flank. He wants the handball. Now he's taken half an hour to get rid of this one.
He's gone
short. Let's go the short one to McCarthy, who marks on centre wing.
Yeah, he's gone wide too. I don't know why he went out there. Maybe he had nowhere else to go. But McCarthy on the wing position, another 15 metres. McCarthy doesn't wait for it. He drives the ball up to the half-forward zone, looking for Brereton. He can't take the mark. Strawn's relieving kick comes to the half-forward zone. McCarthy underneath it. Could have been a free kick to him. Taken by Eustace. Doing quite well for Richmond. The lead is made by Manton. A well-placed kick gives Manton an opportunity to take the mark. But Langford playing well. Oh, over the boundary line on the full. No, just inside the line. Well-placed kick out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place in the forward pocket for Richmond. 70 playing 23, Hawthorn leading Richmond.
This is a dreadful exhibition of forward play. It is disgraceful by Richmond.
You've got fellas up there trying to play full forward, and that who've never played there before in their life.
There's Pickering having a shot, but ducking back to take the mark was Rodney Eade. Wide.
Dippy just got rid of Poole down there. He just pushed him over and dropped back. That was good. That was a good bit of work. Finds Buckenara. He shouldn't have dropped that one. He recovered well. Now he's going in to try and make good. Buckenara can see Brereton out there. The kick is not a pass, not a good one. In the back, not paid. Tapped out again with Sutcliffe. Got the ball moving up toward Buckenara. Picked up here by Thornton. Thornton on the left foot, swings back, looking for a teammate. Can he find one? No, the kick's too long. Kick straight to Lester Smith.
He picked him out magnificently. That was a great pass by Thornton. He had 2 men to give it to, and he kicked it to Lester Smith, as we see Whitman from the centre wing. Kick it to half-forward. Oh, Kennedy under a lot of pressure, but the ball's loose. A chance for Michael Tuck and DiPierdomenico. The strong work of DiPierdomenico allowed Tuck to come through on the left foot. He's looking for Platten and Wallace. Platten shepherds for Wallace. Wallace onto the right foot, brings it towards full forward. Dunstall in front, couldn't take it. Jimmy Jess has a touch of the fumbles, and it comes off his hands and through for 1 point. But a very lacklustre quarter, Jack. I think you'd agree so far.
Yeah, it's nearly 7 minutes into the third term. The game, Hawthorn have added 1 behind, and so have Richmond. So not much to write home about here. Good kick by Jess. Should come to ground, I would think. Lee can't take the mark. Follows through nicely. Tackled by Tuck and brought to turf. Wallace in there. Tries to get it out. Eventually got a little hand pass away, but it comes back into the pack. So 50 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. The umpire will put the ball to turf again and try and get things underway. 71 playing 23. Nothing's changed much since half-time. We've been playing 7.5 minutes into the third term. Loveridge, a little kick, comes out of the pack toward Buckenara. A chance for Smith. Craig Smith of Richmond with the ball in front of him, heading toward the boundary line. Keeps the ball in play. Tries a couple of fancy things. Got away with a hand pass to Sutcliffe. Hand pass comes upfield and no Strawn gives it to Roberts. Robs it. They've had about 5 hand passes and moved it about 10 metres. Lester Smith picks up now and will swing the ball back with a long kick. Will bring all that good work undone, and a beautiful mark to Platten.
Yeah, lovely diving mark to Johnny Platten. He's kicked 3 goals. He's had 12 possessions so far in the match. He brings it to the pocket where the mark has been taken by John Kennedy. Kennedy
wouldn't score.
Oh, take a decent kick from where he is, but he will kick from 45 metres out. As you can see the 50, no, you can't see it yet. That's the boundary line. See it in a moment, the 50-metre line. So he kicks from about 46 metres, and he has nearly kicked this goal. I think he has. Yes, a goal to John Kennedy.
Hawthorn, after that goal by Kennedy, moved their score to 11-11-77. 3-5-23 is the Richmond total. Kennedy has had 7 kicks or possessions. So it's a good goal by Kennedy from about the 50-metre mark. There's Bauer on screen, warming up, trying to get into the action. Richmond needs some goals. As Peter McKenna has said a few times, their forward line is just about non-existent. Centre bounce.
Roach beaten by McCarthy. Roach gets it on the left foot to Pickering. He's dropped a sitter. Onto the left foot he goes. It goes wide. I think that was a bit of luck there as it comes out wide to Thornton. Ronnie Thornton onto the left foot, hooks it hard and high. That makes it difficult for forwards. Langford ducks back, but it was punched away to Notting. Notting caught with the ball. Still got the ball, Dean Notting. A good effort as he handballs away. It's knocked away by Loveridge, doing well. He's still buttering up with Michael Tuck coming in to lend a hand. Tuck wants to handball.
He doesn't know where to go.
He dummied the handball. Then he broke away, kicked it to Buckenara. It's over his head. Greg Strawn against Curran. Strawn's got it. Oh, good play by Strawn. And a booming kick towards half forward. Waitman sets himself over the back. Here's a chance for Eustace as he kicks it high. Johnny Manton ducks back and takes the mark 2 metres out from goal, and he'll probably be taken on a 45-degree angle.
Yes, Langford wasn't happy about that mark being taken by Manton because he's kept them down. Well, there's only been 3 goals kicked in the game. Now Langford has been doing well at full-back, but he got out in front of Manton on that occasion, got away from him, playing on confidence, but Manton dropped back and took the mark on every chance to kick this goal, even though the angle is tight. Puts it on its way. It's a goal to Richmond. So Richmond supporters very happy about that situation. Hawthorn 11-11-77. Richmond 4-5-29. Manton's had 5 possessions and has kicked 1 goal. And we've been playing 10.5 minutes into the 3rd term on Sevens Big League.
Well, Chris Langford actually kept Michael Roach kickless at full forward, which was a great effort. Roach was taken off the ground. Now Manton's gone down there. There he is, Johnny Manton on screen. And one thing about him, he's tried his heart out from the start of the game. He tried very, very hard against Carlton last week too. And that goal, well, that might liven them up because the first semblance of real team play that we've seen on the Richmond forward line. There's Buckenara, handballs away. Platten knocks it on, punched away by Kennedy. That could be in the back, I think, to Curran. Yes, right over the shoulder. Lovely hand pass to Glenn Howard. He comes down the ground. He fires at the goals, but he's offline and through for 1 point. So
pretty slick work, that. That was very well done.
Great play by Curran. 11-12-78 Hawthorn. Richmond 4-5-29.
Now, where are they going from full back? Straight up the ground, off very short to Strawn, only about a 20-metre kick. You can still see the goal square there in the background, so it didn't go very far. He gets it out toward Bauer on the wing. Good mark taken by Lester Smith. Might be 15 metres too. It will be. Bauer actually tripped. He didn't mean to do it, but he did trip him, so Smith goes short. Oh, that was a floater.
I think he lost it in the sun for a slight moment, then he picked it up. Curran, this is unselfish play. Very unselfish play, Peter Curran. He's given it to a man in a better position, a little bit closer in Gary Buckenara.
Yeah, it didn't make many metres, did he, really, as far as distance was concerned, but Buckenara is a good kick for goal normally, even though this season people tell me he hasn't been doing a lot with the ball. He's still kicking goals. 15 kicks, 15 possessions to Buckenara. Oh, shut up, Jack. Look what he's done. Yeah, well, I don't know, Bucky must have the wrong boots on, Pete.
Yes, he's kicking. He seems to be run out, as we said, scoreboard 4-5-29 to 11-13-79, but he runs right out to the right and tries to hook him in. There's the mark dropped by Pickering, who's not holding his marks. Platten, a lovely hand pass to Wallace. Wallace into the open goal, and was it touch? No, it wasn't. That's a goal to Terry Wallace.
Another Hawthorn goal on the board. Hawthorn 12-13-85. Richmond 4-5-29, and Wallace kicks his first goal. 19 possessions to Terry Wallace. affectionately known as the Plough at Hawthorn, I think, because he spends most of his time just under the ground.
Great nickname, isn't it?
The Plough, yes.
Terry's a great guy too, Terry Wallace, and by hell, does he put in week after week for Hawthorn in that centre of the ground. There he is as we speak at Terry Wallace. Onto the left foot, he brings it towards Dunstall, nearly a mark. He's got it, Jason.
Well done.
Beautiful hand pass to Loveridge. Loveridge straightens up on the left foot. It swings back, and that was beautiful football by the Hawthorn player.
That was great play by Jason Dunstall to get that ball to Loveridge. Nearly took the mark and whipped it in with a hand pass. Loveridge kicks his second goal. Hawthorn 91 to 29, and Loveridge now has had 15 possessions. 2 goals to his credit. Hawthorn going away from Richmond, making it look very, very simple indeed. Richard Loveridge on screen with Michael Roberts, and I suppose Mike was saying, I wish I could have a day like that. But he's not having one. Centre bounce. Now umpires being Shane McDonald and Michael Snedden.
Bounce of the ball that put Pickering into that centre area. Roach to the half forward. Punched away by Notting, but it comes straight to Glenn Howard. Howard wide to Wallace. Wallace in everything at the moment as he brings it towards Brereton from behind, and Jess, and that's a good mark by Jimmy Jess.
Yes.
I reckon he's Brereton has kicked 2 goals, but Jess has tried really hard. He's doing his bit.
Well, he's certainly kicking well. Look at that. He gets it up toward the half-forward zone. And was that a mark to Roach? It has been paid. He hand passes out to Anea. Anea can see a couple of shorts, but he's gone toward Manton in the square. Manton, yes. Nearly a free kick to Manton, and Langford knocks it through.
Boy.
I thought it was a free kick to Johnny Manton, and so does Johnny Manton.
I think that should have been paid, a free kick to John Manton.
But it wasn't. So Langford tapped it through for 1 behind. You see the scoreboard, 61 points the difference between the teams. Ayres kicking in from full back, going straight out to Buckenara, who can run on from Pickering, but no, he decides to go back, wait for a lead from Kennedy, which is now on. Kennedy going round the flank and pumped away. Well done by Hogg to get that ball away from Kennedy over the boundary line. It travels. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the true centre wing position on the outer side. 15 minutes have gone in the third term on 7's Big League, which you're watching from the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
McCarthy drops the ball. Rioli hasn't done a lot today. Comes wide. Pickering pounces on it. He's got it. Gives it to Eustace. Eustace on the left foot towards Notting, who flies from behind against Ayres, but Ayres has taken the mark. 2 bites of the cherry. No doubt about that one. He kicks it wide. This is danger. Terry Wallace has got it. And he plays on. Gives a beautiful hand pass to Platten. Platten running up the ground. Second bounce. Now he goes onto the left foot and hooks it back to Tuck, and great play, Dunstall. Great play by Platten. He saw Dunstall leading with Tuck, hooked it back on the left foot. A beautiful lead and great kick by Johnny Platten.
Lovely left foot pass. That Dunstall did it well too. He led back against Sutcliffe.
That's what Richmond don't do.
That's right. His 3rd goal on the board now for Jason Dunstall. The possession continues here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 14-13, 97 the Hawthorn total. Richmond 4-6-30. 67 points between the teams. 16 and a half minutes nearly gone in the third term.
There he is, Jason. He's a terrific player in my book. He's could be about 6'1.5" or 6'1", and strong as a bull.
What's that in metric, Pete?
No, don't ask me that. Check, I'm only a maths teacher. 4'6". Plays 14-13, so this is a real hiding at the moment. Down towards half forward, Dean Notting, hand pass, Eustace. Runs onto the left foot, chips it wide, and a shocking pass goes straight to Eade.
Well, it was meant for an air, but it was nowhere near a good pass. Eade going out wide. DiPiero Domenico will be a free kick if not the mark. Plays on quickly. Got great balance, tip. He's that strong. Finds Loveridge. Good pass from Loveridge. Or to Loveridge. Loveridge will be looking for another short to Ayres. There he is there. He can keep going if he wants. Oh, he lifted the arm a bit. Ayres will be looking for Dunstall, or Platten will be roving, or Curran will get up high. Curran! Wowee! Good mark. I just saw him lurking in the background, and knowing how well he can spring, I thought Curran would take a bit of a show at that, and he did. Little fellow Platten was waiting for the crumb, as was Dunstall. So Hawthorn playing, I would say, good football up around the forward line, very disciplined, and Curran should kick this goal, his first.
Yes, Peter Curran right in front, as Jack said. Stabs at that one. The goal umpire doesn't move at all. That's split to centre. It's another goal to the Hawks. This is a possession. 15-13, 103 to Richmond 4-6-30. And that is 9 possessions so far in the game to Peter Curran.
A lead of 73 points being enjoyed by Hawthorn, who are only just over the halfway mark of the third term. I did suggest that Hawthorn could win this by 10 goals. I think I'm going to be way out because they're 11, they're nearly more than that in front now. Nearly 12. Right, McCarthy in the ruck, opposing Lee. Good bounce too, went straight up in the air. Lee got the tap. Comes to Pickering, kick is smothered. Hawthorn about to go forward by Platten can pick up. No, he can't. McCarthy does. Gets it out wide. The ball will come to Turf. Knocked away by Curran. Missed by Wallace on the way through. Picked up by Tuck. Shot out to Curran, to Platten. And Platten weaves his way through. Another goal coming up, I think. Yes, it is. My word, they're playing well, Hawthorn. A good goal kicked by Platten. He kicks his 4th goal. 17 possessions so far to Johnny Platten. I wouldn't suggest he's finished yet. 19 minutes have gone. Sevens big league third term. 103 playing, 109, I'm sorry, playing 30. Hawthorn leading.
A brilliant goal by John Platten, as Jack said, 16-13 to 4-6, and Richmond are only putting up a token effort at the moment. There's round the neck. The umpire just chose to ignore that. There's McCarthy coming out of the pack, kicks it wide, looking for Peter Curran. Taken away by Greg Strawn. Good play by Strawn as he comes up the centre of the ground. He loses possession though to Kennedy. Kennedy a hand pass 10 metres backwards to Whitman. They're in top gear at the moment. Whitman out wide looking for Terry Wallace. Wallace against Rioli. Rioli, well done. But Morris hasn't had a great day, I think you'd agree. Jack hasn't been...
No, he's got a touch of the fumbles earlier in the game, but he's had 9 possessions.
Oh, that's not good enough for a player that's really in the play all the time. There's Mike Pickering. Hasn't had a great day since coming on. I think he's been played out of position personally. I reckon up around that goal square he can float across and take those big marks and kick goals.
Can they afford to have him up there if they can't get the ball to him? The ball put down about 45 metres out from the goals. Picked up by Jess. His hand pass didn't go anywhere. Now the kick goes off the side of the boot. There is a chance there for Poole. Free kick would have been played against DiPierdomenico. The head-on shot shows Sutcliffe racing toward it. Can't pick it up. Now he does on the left foot. Up toward the centre of the ground it travels. Sitting underneath the ball is McCarthy. Oh, he got collected. He got collected. I know why you're holding your head down there, son. You did the damage. Maybe you come off second bet. The ball put out wide and taken by Brerett.
Michael Pickering, it is down behind the play. We'll try and pick up what's happened to him. There's Brereton, a little chip pass across, and who's he found? It looks like Glenn Howard has sneaked down the ground, have a kick. Now he's going for the booming kick at goal. And it's a nice mark in defence taken by the big fella in Mark Lee. That might have been a clash of heads. He doesn't look too good, Pickering. He might have a touch of concussion there.
Looks like he's out cold. DiPierdomenico beaten by Poole. Looking for the free kick was Dippy, but it wasn't paid. Now Poole goes into the half-forward zone. There is a chance here for Brendan Bauer, but he can't pick it up. Whitman comes through, taken by Lester Smith. Now kicked by Ayres into the centre. Buckenara is by himself. There's a lead to Tuck if he wants it. No, he's gone long with the net toward Kennedy. It's going to be chopped off by Sutcliffe, who was pushed in the back, and the free kick will go his way.
There's Mike Pickering coming off the ground. He's all right, as you can see. He'll just probably cop the hard one in the head. Out wide it comes towards Trevor Poole, who was probably Richmond's best player in the first half, but on that occasion he handballs straight to DiPierdomenico. Now it's big Mark Lee, goes in after it, threw it away. Well done Abbott as he got it to DiPierdomenico. Back to Abbott with a handball, and Abbott brings it towards full forward. Here's danger again. Oh, nearly a mark. No, it was Dunstall who grabbed it first, and Brereton took the second bite. Kicked away by Craig Smith, straight to the boundary line and over the line at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter.
Actually, Brereton shouldn't have grabbed that. Dunstall would have been paid the mark had not Brereton grabbed it.
That's happened a couple of times today to Dunstall, hasn't it?
Yes, he did take one good one like that. Kennedy backs back to compete against Lee, but Anea got the tap down out to Waitman, who got rid of the ball before tackle. Anea gets it back to Lee, taken by Hogg. He shoots it back out, taken by Smith. Smith brings it back into the half-forward zone. McCarthy sets himself, can't take the mark. Picked up by Howard. He shoots it into Weed, who gets a hand pass working to Tuck. This will be a goal. Tuck's coming up, he shoots toward goal. It's a goal, all right. Kicked by Michael Tuck from 45 metres out from goal. Hawthorn kicked their 17th goal. Tuck kicks his first, 17-13, 1-1-5. Tuck's had 14 possessions in that 1-1-5 total, and Richmond sitting on 4-6-30. So it's a big lead that now enjoyed by Hawthorn. 85 points is the lead.
Well, Richmond a few weeks ago were making a charge towards the 5, and you wouldn't believe that there was such a big difference in the standard of two sides. Hawthorn are playing with Richmond at the moment. As you can see by the scoreboard, 17-13 to 4-6 is the one-horse race. And Richmond they're frustrated and they look terrible. And there's a free kick going to McCarthy. Someone encroached in that centre square. There's one of the few mistakes they've made today, but he makes up for it, McCarthy, by giving it to Ayres. Ayres out wide to Platten. Platten dives. Yes. I thought he did.
Pay it.
He had the mark and then he lost it when he hit the ground. I would have paid it up by McDonald, but still up towards full forward, punched away towards Eade. Eade, a hand pass over the top to Wallace. Wallace cleverly to Loveridge. Loveridge to Buckenara, who flies and marks that centre-half forward.
Pete, we know there's 85 difference in the score, 85 points difference, but to see Hawthorn play the way they do, it's something to see.
They're a great side, aren't they?
They are a great side. Buckenara's kicked one goal, going for his second from 45 metres out. I won't give him any raps. I will now. He kicked that one. Good goal kicked by Buckenara. A good long goal from nearly the 50-metre mark for his second goal. 18 goals, 13, 121 to 4-6-30. That's the story on the scoreboard here at the MCG. 24 and a half minutes into the third term.
Well, they're getting no leadership whatsoever from their good players. Waitman's been non-existent almost. Rioli's not doing enough. Lee's not doing enough. All their good players. Anir's done nothing all day. And, well, Trevor Poole's played fairly well, but those players, they just can't afford to have them down. There's Eustace. Oh, beautifully taken by Ayres. Oh, they fiddled around a bit there. Now here's Waitman. Oh, handball straight into the player coming towards him. Great tackling, grabbed by Roach. He's been another quiet player.
There's a chance for Notting.
Out wide, and Notting takes the mark at half forward. Roach has had 4 possessions for the game.
Well, there's a chance for Richmond now. Oh, the ball was nearly a free kick too. Poole tried to get it. That was a free kick to Howard in the finish. He was tackled too high, but the umpire hasn't paid it. So this bounce would take place. That was umpire
McDonald.
Oh, McDonald, it is too. Umpire McDonald putting it down about 30 metres out from the Richmond goal. Can they get another goal? They're only 30 points at present. Oh, Eustace had that one in his grasp and lost it. The ball forced out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place. Still the same distance out from goal, about 30 metres. We're getting toward the 26-minute mark of the third term. Lee gets it down to Waitman, who was well tackled by Ayres, picked up and kicked by Anir. Will it be a goal? It's going to be close and bumped through. No, not through yet. It's still in play. They tried to get it back toward goal, but it was out of bounds on that occasion. The umpire didn't pay it. But now we're going to see a bounce.
Well, they might be about 15 or 16 goals in front, but they're still smothering and diving in on the ball, the Hawthorn players, as if they were about a point behind down on that back line, Jack.
Yes, they're a very desperate side. They're a well-disciplined side, Peter. And they also have a lot of talent, let's face it. Ball tapped out toward Ayres, but taken by Loveridge and kicked straight to Eustace. He's 55 metres out from goal. He plays on away from Kennedy. Tried to open up the gap, looking for big Mark Lee. He's up, he's there, but he can't take the mark. He was actually swamped and the ball thumped over the boundary line. Hawthorn, they do desperately defend those goals. Langford was in that bit of action there.
He punched the ball away about 20 metres, Langford then.
Boundary throw in again. Can Richmond get a goal through Notting? No, he can't gain possession. Forced through for one behind. So 121 playing 31 now. The difference being 90 points in favour of Hawthorn. We're getting toward the 27-minute mark of the third term.
Mark Eustace has had 8 kicks in this quarter, so he's doing his bit. He's trying very hard out wide at nearly a mark. No, said the umpire. Knocked on by Wallace. Rioli's in there after it. Loses it to Wallace. Now it's Notting. Caught. Eustace, another kick. That's 9 for the quarter. Loveridge has been an excellent player today on the left foot. He hooks it back towards Buckenara, who waits over the back. Abbott, nearly legged. He's good enough to get it back, and a nice mark is taken there by Jeff Hogg.
Here's Hogg looking for someone at half forward. Roach is calling for the ball. It's a fairly congested area to which he's kicking. So Langford goes to spoil. Got the ball to turf. Was a chance for Notting. His hand pass comes out, taken by Ayres. He's done well too. Gets the ball into the centre of the ground, but Tuck's there, and Tuck had the hands of it, couldn't hold it. Curran came through, lost possession. Tuck tried to tap it out again. Picked up by E, just about pinched that one. He breaks away now, looking for a lead. Oh, he's tackled a bit high. The young boy, he's standing his ground, Rodney E. He's still got possession. He goes for a small pass to Curran. Up one hand and a good mark. Taken by Curran 55 metres out from goal from where he'll kick. That's a good mark. He's gone short. He can see Loveridge, but a bad pass taken by Eustace. Eustace hand pass. It goes in toward the half or the wing position now, and Bays picks up. Goes into the half back zone for Hawthorn, and Upwey-Tecoma took the mark. I thought he may have played on. No, the umpire's giving him the benefit. It's a big doubt on that one too, because I thought he had played
mark too, and he's got to go behind his mark, so this will be brought back, as Mike McCarthy well knows.
His 18th possession, Robert Upwey-Tecoma. 90 points between the teams, 28.5 minutes into the third term.
They know how to get a kick, these Hawthorn blokes. Loveridge, Platten, Upwey-Tecoma, Wallace. No wonder they get so much drive.
Not a bit of wonder. Brereton up high, took that mark over the top of Strawn. But out in front of Jess on that occasion. Brereton's had 13 possessions. Going in toward Dunsel, who's too far out to score. He's going to play on, look for a lead. He got a short one in too. He got a good one into Buckenara, 45 metres out from goal.
Geez, a great listen to young players. Dunstall playing in front, tacks the ball, and he moves so much territory. And that was a great little chip pass to put Buckenara a chance to score a goal. As the siren sounds as Buckenara kicks, it comes back. And right on the siren, Gary Buckenara has slammed it through for his third goal, and at three-quarter time, Hawthorn 19-13, 127, thrashing Richmond 4-7-31.
On Sevens Big League, we welcome you to the Melbourne Cricket Ground, where Hawthorn are annihilating Richmond. Hawthorn are leading by 94 points as we go into the final term. 19-13 to 4-7, and Richmond trying to get forward now. Nearly a throw by Waitman. It comes out towards Brendan Bauer. Picking up at half forward, the left foot kick works down into the forward pocket. Langford puts the ball out in front of him, doing a bit of juggling now, getting the kick around the flank toward Platten, but is going to beat all players. No, I thought it was going to beat them all over the boundary line. Platten saying it came off the foot of Poole, but the umpire not agreeing. We'll see a boundary throw in taking place on the outer side, nearly wing position. Half forward flank for Richmond it is. Hawthorn kicked 9 goals 3 to 1 goal 3 in the third term.
And in that first half too, they were very dominant as Wallace gets it across there to McCarthy. The mark is taken down there by Craig Smith on half-back flank. Has been a quiet player, as many of the Richmond players have. There's Waitman. He's been quiet. To Jess. Jess with a long booming kick. From behind is Manton against Langford. Manton onto the left foot. A pot shot at the goals, and he's put it through, I think, for 1 point. Or is it out on the full? I think it's out in the full, said the goal umpire.
Yes, Gary Ayres claiming the ball down there in the back pocket position to take the kick.
4 goals only they've kicked, Jack. Richmond. Lee's kicked 1, Rioli 1, Pickering 1, Manton 1. Their forward line has been a schmozzle, as it was last week against Carlton.
No chance to get a score here if Poole can have a good shot at goal. He goes in from 40 metres out. It's pretty close. So you can add Poole to the list of goal kickers now, Peter. He kicks Richmond's 5th goal. And Richmond, well, they got away to a good start in the final term, haven't they? They were down by 94 points. Now we'll see the scoreboard change to show Hawthorn 19-13, 127. Richmond 5 goals, 7-37.
Well, that's 16 possessions to Trevor Poole. As you can see him on screen.
Peter, I said 94. It was 96 points that they were down by.
Well, Poole has tried hard. He's been one of their better players. They've had very, very few good players. It's 2 weeks in a row we've seen them, and it would be hard to pick their best player. There's Wallace, who's had a great day in the centre. Brings it to full forward. Brereton, a diving attempt. Couldn't take the mark. Has got it. Handballs away. Grabbed by Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe on the left foot towards the centre of the ground. Grabbed by Lee. Lee to Waitman. Over to Strawn. Now this looks better. Towards half forward where the mark has been taken by Bays. Bays onto the left foot. Looking for someone to give it to. He hooks it back. And he's found someone all right. And it's Johnny Manton about 35 metres out from goal directly in front.
Well, that's the best football Richmond have played all day. What they've opened up in the final term. That was a nice piece of work by Bays. Manton going for his second goal. He's out at a distance of about 30 to 35 metres. So he should kick this one. He's dead in front of goal. Shot by Manton on its way. So Richmond doing well in the final term on Sevens Big League against Hawthorn. Manton kicks his second goal. He's had 7 possessions for the match, and the scoreboard changes for Richmond to show 6-7-43, Hawthorn 19-13, 127. So in 3 minutes, Peter, they've kicked 2 goals.
Well, that player there, he hasn't had a lot of possessions, Johnny Manton, but he's tried his heart out, whether playing at centre-half forward or full forward. But Michael Roach early in the game was kept kickless by Langford and was actually taken off the ground, was brought on to play in the ruck and is presently playing at centre-half forward. Mike Pickering was brought on towards the end of the first quarter, and he hasn't been able to get into the game. So their forward line has been down, but they've had many other players down as well. There is Poole, who's tried hard, out to Smith. Maybe they're starting to get their game going now as we see Bauer bring it towards half forward where Notting has taken the mark. I wonder if Hawthorn have relaxed a little bit or Richmond were shamed into starting to show something.
Well, Notting's gone for a short pass. He only managed to make about 5 metres with the kick. He's found Eustace, who had a very good third term in which he had 10 possessions. Now Eustace will kick from the 50-metre mark, which you'll see him come up in a moment. 43 playing 127. Mark Eustace to take this shot for goal from 50 metres out. Now, if he kicks this one, it'll be 3 goals in the space of about 4 minutes. That's a goal. Yes, another Richmond goal. So Richmond have left all their good work to the final term when they were 96 points down. Have now kicked 3 goals in the space of 4.5 minutes and to change their score from 7-7-49 or 2-7-7-49, 19-13, 127.
And Eustace has had 18 possessions, a brilliant third quarter, as you said. At least he's lifted his game since half-time and is playing quite well, as that was a nice kick too by Notting. There's Lee, who didn't even start off in the ruck today. Trevor Poole. Lee started in the forward pocket. They started with young Simon Clark, and that gave, I think it gave Hawthorn that initial break right from the start, and Richmond have never been able to get into the game since.
Well, Hawthorn led by 22 points at quarter time, 48 points at half time and 96 points at three-quarter time, but Richmond are fighting back.
Waitman to Jeff Hogg. Out wide to Dunstall, who thumps the ball away. There's Hogg again. Curran dives on the ball. Smith is in there also, but umpire Shane McDonald says it's my ball and he'll bounce it half forward for Hawthorn.
Richmond have added 3 goals in this final term. Hawthorn haven't added to their three-quarter time total. The ball hooked out by Platt. That was a high tackle not paid on Buckenara, and the umpire said no free kick. Umpire McDonald is not giving any free kick to Buckenara. I thought that hand was right over the shoulder, Peter. So umpire
I agree.
McDonald,
I thought it was a poor tackle.
Oops, there. Has to wait. Ruckman tried to beat the umpire on that occasion. McCarthy getting the front berth. Got the tap down too, taken by Kennedy. Not a good kick. Comes hurried out of the pack by Domenico. Running toward the boundary line. Oh, Sutcliffe got the fumbles. And then, the umpire could nearly penalise him for that, but he won't. And the boundary throw-in will take place in the forward pocket for Hawthorn. So can Hawthorn get their first score for the quarter? They've been playing over 6 minutes of the final term now, and Hawthorn haven't scored as yet.
There's Tuck on the left foot. That's a magnificent looking kick by Michael Tuck, and he happens to have slammed it through for a very, very easy goal.
Well, it looked easy, but not too many fellas could have kicked it. I don't know whether Tucky got a shot either, but he just started to walk toward the centre. He's kicked his second goals, and the Hawthorn fans must have thought he meant it because they were all waving and cheering. Hawthorn 20-13, 133. Richmond 7-7-49. You're on Sevens Big League. We're at the MCG in round 14.
Well, Tucker's hit a bit of form there. That was him on screen there, but he's hit a bit of form in recent weeks, and that's great to see because he's getting towards the twilight of his career, as we see back in the centre of the ground. That looked like Hogg on the left foot towards Rioli, who's thumped out of the way. Grabbed there by Waitman. Waitman to Eustace. Eustace to Bays. Bays wide to Bauer. Bauer a little chip pass, and he finds Notting. Now here's a chance for another goal to Richmond, because Notting is only 35 to 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Well, up until three-quarter time, Richmond had only kicked 4 goals, 7. And then, as I said, in 4.5 minutes in this final term, they kicked 3 goals. Notting trying to make it 4. It won't score with that kick, though. It's up to the goal now. That's a mark, I think, to Manton. It's a goal to Manton. He was in front of the pack. Got the hands to it and should kick a goal from here to make his 3rd goal. He's only about, not 10 metres out from goal from where he'll kick. So Manton doing the job, Pete, at full forward, isn't he?
Well, he certainly is now. As I said, he's tried his heart out, Johnny Manton. He's contested everything that's come down there. But haven't had enough backup support. There's the kick, and it's a goal to Manton as he puts it through for his third. And Richmond certainly saving a bit of face in this final quarter.
Yes, 4 goals they've kicked in this term to go to 8-7-55 to 20 goals, 13-1-33. Manton's had 8 possessions and kicked 3 goals, so he's certainly done well down there. Roach failed at full forward. They didn't use Pickering at full forward. Peter did. They had just dropped Manton back there. They tried Lee in sort of much that same role at one stage, but Manton's done quite well for 3 goals. Well, 3 out of 8 isn't bad, is it?
Here he is, and Langford started off brilliantly, as Jack said. 20-13 to 8-7 is the score. Hawthorn doing it well. Brereton at the moment is at full forward, and Dunstall out in the half-forward line. Dippy Domenico has had numerous possessions. Punched away by Roberts. Kicked off the ground by Craig Smith. Now, here's a chance for the Tigers again.
Well
Bauer. Over there to Strawn. Strawn with a long kick. Manton from behind. Knocked away. A chance for Ayres. A hand pass right back to Lee. Lee to Mark Eustace. He steadies. Bang at the goals. And there's another one to the Tigers. And at least they're coming home hard as Mark Eustace kicks his. I've got him down for 1. But it might be his second.
Eustace has kicked a goal. He kicked a good goal off the 50-metre mark earlier in the day. So Hawthorn 20 goals, 13-1-33. Have added that 1 goal, as you've seen, kicked by Michael Tuck. But Richmond, surprisingly, have gone from 4-7 to 9-7. They've kicked 5 goals. We've only been playing, well, not quite 10 minutes. So they've done well. 5 goals in 10 minutes in the final term against Hawthorn's not bad. I suppose people will say that Hawthorn have relaxed, but I don't believe that to be true.
I've got him down for 1 goal, actually, Eustace, but we'll pick it up in a moment as it's kicked off the ground by Dunstall. Out wide it comes to Mike Roberts. Roberts, was it in the back? No, said the umpire. Tuck. Tuck gets it back to Curran. Curran, a beautiful hand pass to Kennedy. Kennedy to Brereton. Over the back of the pack is Buckenara. Will it sit for him? Oh, he does that little tip on. In the back, no, said the umpire. Play on, and it's shoveled through for a behind to Hawthorn.
Well, I don't think I'd have played that in the back either, because he couldn't have done much more than he did. Buckenara was running full pelt, and the tackle was coming at full pace too. So Jess will bring the ball in. Now 1:34 playing 61. Hawthorn leading Richmond. Not a good kick by Jess. It comes up to the half-forward zone for Hawthorn. Domenico taps it out toward Wallace. Wallace and Buckenara. Anea does the tackling. It's near the boundary line. Tapped back by Buckenara and shovelled over the line by Bauer. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place in the forward pocket for Hawthorn. This boundary throw-in about 35 to 40 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. Lee opposing Kennedy. Kick comes up in the air, not going anywhere at all. Underneath there's Wallace again, getting it out to Loveridge. He's looking to look for a hand pass, but there's no one there to receive it, and Kennedy takes the mark. So John Kennedy, 35 to 40 metres out from goal to take this shot at goal. The umpire trying to throw him around on a pretty tight angle, but Kennedy's got plenty of room in which to move. Having his 10th possession now. It's on its way. Might not make the distance. It was off target. No mark at the back, and we'll see 1 more behind added to the total. So that'll be 20 goals, 15-1-35 now. Hawthorn, Richmond 9-7-61. 11.5 minutes have gone. You're watching the final term on 7's Big League.
Thornton was the flyer there, number 37. Wallace burrows in on top of it. No attempt, any of the players, to knock it out. They just pile on top of the ball, and the umpire Snedden, will bounce it. I don't think Alan Jeans would be too happy. He is a perfectionist, and they had them on toast, and they've let them in for 5 goals, is it, Jack?
5 goals straight. They've kicked this term, Richmond, to 1 goal 1.
Dippy on the bottom of the pack, grabbed by Mark Eustace, who's finishing the game out very, very well. He kicks it wide to Trevor Poole. Now, Poole gets the ball to sit for him, and he...
Oh, free kick to Howard. He was dragged out by Waitman.
He could have been a kick behind the play there too, as Rioli takes the mark. Oh, cleverly plays on, kicks it long. Now, Mountain's ducked back. Oh, cleverly played that by Langford. Very cleverly played. He ran back with the line of the flight. He didn't interfere with Manton, and there was certainly no free kick, and good play by Langford.
Boundary throw-in, giving Richmond a chance off the boundary line now. Clark couldn't get the ball out for Richmond. It's taken by Abbott. Hand pass comes back to Lester Smith eventually, and looking for Wallace. Wallace had a great day. Oh, that's 15 metres against Lee.
But time wasting?
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know why they'd be wasting time, though. Loveridge gets it out now, and it's McCarthy with the ball for Hawthorn, going up to the half-forward zone. Dunstall does the leading. Oh, nearly a mark to Brereton. Not quite held. Tapped out by Kennedy on hands and knees. He goes forward. Picked up by Dunstall. Got a hand pass out toward Roberts. Little fella Platt and Buckenara can't pick it up. Roberts is in there for Richmond. Nearly got legged, and the umpire has actually paid the free kick to Roberts back there. And the ball will have to come back from whence it came, and the kick will be taken by Michael Roberts.
Yes, Mike Roberts, back pocket, kicks wide, or Poole under pressure, was grabbed off the ball by Glenn Howard, but it comes loose, and umpire Steddon will bounce it in front of the Melbourne members. But a disappointing final quarter so far by Hawthorn. At three-quarter time, they were 19-13. They've gone on to 20-15. 1 goal, 2 to Hawthorn, to 5 goals by Richmond, and they have the game well in hand, but I think a few of those Hawthorn guys have relaxed.
Well, I don't think they want to relax, because they mightn't be playing next week. They might have all next week to relax if they do that. Ball kicked up to Clark. Can't get it out as yet. McCarthy does the tackling, and the umpire will come into bounds. The ball now toward the wing position on the members' side of the ground. I suppose we'd call it half forward for Hawthorn. Or McCarthy into the back of Lee. The free kick will go the way of Lee. Hand passes on to Anea. Anea moves it out. Now here's a chance for Bauer to go forward for Richmond. The lead's been made by Manton. The Bauer carries the ball to the half-forward zone and over. He's 45, 50 metres out from goal. He shoots, but he's off target, and the ball will go through for one behind only. Carried the ball down well. Manton did the leading. He led out well, but Bauer had plenty of room in front of him in which to move, and he did that, but his kick was off target.
2015. Plays 9-8. The Hawks well in command, of course. We see Ayres towards Langford. Chris Langford knocks it away, but it's grabbed by Poole, who's tried very hard today. Hooks it back. Now a chance for Notting. Over the back of the pack. It's kicked away by the Hawthorn defenders. Out it comes to Langford. Langford to Wallace. Wallace on half-back flank. The plough as he ploughs down the ground. Back it comes towards Johnny Anea. Out wide, the Bauer is having a good quarter. He finds Craig Smith. A hand pass goes straight to Gary Ayres coming towards him. Ayres hand pass is wide to Buckenara. Buckenara, lovely hand pass to Dipier Domenico. He had about 3 guys to give that one to, and elects to give it to Wallace. Wallace towards full forward. Dunstall, mark. Right in front of goal, 20 metres out. Jason Dunstall has already kicked 3, so he's lining up for his 4th. As I said, 20 metres, and he is normally a very good kick.
Good play by Dipier Domenico back there, and also Ayres. Kicked by Dunstall on its way, and the umpire's indicated another goal to Hawthorn. So Hawthorn answering Richmond in the final term now after Dunstall kicks his 4th goal. Hawthorn 21-15, 141. Richmond 9-8. That is 62. Dunstall's had 9 possessions, and coming back on the ground is Peter Schwab, who injured himself earlier in the day. Going off for arrests appears to be Michael Tuck. So Schwab back on the ground. He went for a mark and fell heavily on his back, and he must have injured himself in some way, and he looks as though he's moving all right now. Centre bounce once again, 16.5 minutes into the final term on 7's Big League.
Mark Lee against Mike McCarthy. Lee gets it down. Grabbed by Anea. Anea goes for the kick towards half forward. Notting from behind. Almost a mark. Couldn't take it on the 3rd juggle. Grabbed by Bays. Now it's Rioli. Schwab knocks it on to Buckenara, who's been a very good player. Now to Brereton. Brereton and half forward over to John Kennedy. Kennedy on the left foot, back looking for Dunstall. Now a chance for Platten against Mike Roberts. Roberts heads straight for the boundary line and over the line. Platten a brilliant first half, but been a lot quieter since half-time. 4 kicks since half-time, Johnny Platten, but he has kicked 4 goals, and they were early.
Boundary throw in, forward pocket for Hawthorn. Ball brought down by Kennedy. At the back was Lee, picked up by Loveridge. He shoots toward goal. He may have just got that. Very close, yes, it has gone through for goal by Richard Loveridge. He's kicked his 3rd goal. Hawthorn 147 to 62 on 7's Big League. as we approach the 18-minute mark of the final term.
22 possessions to Richard Loveridge. He's in brilliant form at the moment. In fact, of those 22 possessions, he's had 20 kicks and he's kicked 3 goals. And, well, Richard Loveridge, those little men, the medium-sized players for Hawthorn have cut through those Richmond players today, as they have in recent weeks, all the sides. 22-15 to 9-8. Lee has got most of the hit-outs from the centre bounce. There's Jess punching the ball away. Whitman's there and Platten. Whitman knocks it out. Oh, well done, Johnny Platten, but eventually loses it to Anir. Anir to Bauer, who's had a good quarter. Over to Strawn. Strawn, a booming kick off the side of his boot. Centre wing is Ayres against Eustace. Eustace gets the punch in. There's Simon Clark knocking it on to Waitman. Waitman punches it away. Here's a chance now, is coming into the open goal and having a pot shot is Bays. And Gavin Bays has put it through for a lovely goal on the left foot.
Yeah, it's a good goal kicked by Bays on that occasion. Waitman doing all the heavy work to get it to him. So he's had 7 possessions now and kicked that 1 goal. 22-15, 147 to 10-8, 68. That's the story on the MCG scoreboard. The man on screen is Gavin Bays. 147 to 68. Richmond in the final term, he does look a bit more respectable now, have kicked 6 goals, 1. And Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 2.
McCarthy and Lee. Oh, Lee's dominating the hit-outs, but they're not doing enough with them, as we see Howard getting the ball down towards centre half forward. Kennedy, was he ridden into the ground? He was, said the umpire Shane McDonald. We had a good view of that one, a good camera shot as Kennedy gets it out wide. He was looking for Loveridge. Now it's Mike McCarthy picking it up and kicking high. Dunstall over the back. Oh, he had his name written all over that one, Jason Dunstall. Too strong, too good. And he is going for goal number 5 from 5 metres out on a very acute angle.
Yeah, it's a tight shot, as you see the camera right behind him here. I don't know that he'll try and run around. I think he'll just try and kick a straight kick. The umpire, you see, poised to strike, and I think he'll indicate a goal. No, he didn't. He indicated a point. So I thought that was the right side of the post for Dunstall, but he's not going crook, so it must have been an off shot.
Jason Dunstall has had 8 kicks, 6 marks and 2 handballs, but gee, he does a lot of heavy work that goes unnoticed. There's a short kick, a shocker, but it comes off as Bauer was there. He's having an excellent quarter. Craig Bauer, as he brings it towards half forward, and Rioli takes a clever mark. Hasn't done enough today, though, Rioli. Now, Manton's leading, but he elects to chip it in short, and they all stood and looked at it, and Eustace takes a sitter of a mark. He's got loose men everywhere, so he kicks it wide to, I think I said Craig Bauer. It's Brendan Bauer at half forward. There's another little chip pass to the pocket. Another unchecked man, and I think it's a near this time.
Yeah, it's a long way out, though, Pete. Or when I say a long way out, I thought the angle might be more problem than the actual distance. Johnny Anir hasn't had the best of days. It's 148 playing 68 at present. 80 points between the teams, and Anir coming forward. Gee, it might be another goal to Richmond. It is a good goal kicked by Johnny Anir. Very tight shot. So in the final term, Richmond looking as though they're the better team, but the scoreboard doesn't tell us that. It's 22-16, 148 to Richmond, 11-8, 74 on 7's big league.
17 possessions to John Anir, but I don't think he'd be happy with his game. He's been in great form this year.
Richmond have kicked 7-1 so far in the final term. They've only kicked 4-7 in the first 3 quarters. So they've certainly woken themselves up.
I think they've woken up, but I also think that Hawthorn have definitely, it's a natural thing to relax. There's Loveridge he copped one round the neck, and the umpire not paying the advantage because could have gone straight to a Richmond player. So he's going to bring it back, and Loveridge will take this in the centre of the ground. He's had 23 or 24 possessions, had a very good day again. Kicks it wide to the plough, and there he is. Terry Wallace always plays well. 30th possession as he gets it to half forward, and Buckenara, who's been a great player once again.
Gone short too. He's gone towards Loveridge. He can go to the open goal if he wants to keep. Oh, he was about to. Yes, he's been called play on. That was good umpiring. Very good umpiring. He went to play on. He lost his footing. He slipped. Well, that's bad. It's his bad luck, isn't it? And the tackle was good. Now it's 15 metres against Richard Loveridge, but I thought a very good decision.
Well, the umpire was right because he played on, and he unfortunately slipped over as Thornton receives That hand pass and kicks it wide. There's loose men everywhere, and Craig Smith will take this one on centre wing, and he actually threw him down and helped him on his way, Dermot Brereton, towards Manton. Manton up in front, almost took the mark. It comes wide. Now who's there for Richmond? Eustace has got it. Hooks it back and puts it out of bounds about 3 or 4 metres away from the behind post. There's Gavin Bayes on screen. 19th kick or possession. 19th kick to Mark Eustace. So he's had an excellent second half.
You can't do much with it down there. Peter Schwab tried to get it out, couldn't do a great deal. Rodney Eade also tried, but the umpire eventually wins out and will bounce. 23 minutes have gone, the final term on Sevens Big League from the MCG. Hawthorn 148, Richmond 74 after. Hawthorn led by 96 points at three-quarter time. Richmond have fought back in this 23-odd minutes to kick 7 goals, 1. So they've certainly done well in the final term, but it's no good shutting the gate after the horse is gone, is it? Because all the damage was done in the first 3 terms.
This bounce right in front of the Richmond goal. Lee has rucked very, very well. Lester Smith. Langford. Langford heads for the boundary.
Very cleverly done.
Johnny Beckwith kick. But we must remember in the seconds today, although they were beaten, Hawthorn, Chris Mew came back, Colin Robertson was there, Judge was there, Morris was there. So they've got tons of depth, this Hawthorn side. So every player out there today has to perform well to stay in. There's Clark. Couldn't get away with it. Glenn Howard grabs it. Kicks a high ball towards the centre of the ground. That's a good gutsy mark by Peter Curran. Oh, look at that. He doesn't mess around. He gets onto the left foot because he had a loose man in Chris Whitman. Whitman runs to the 50-metre line and he stabs it wide. Dunstall ducks back. And that was a mark to Jason Dunstall, but he's going to have a very difficult kick. Yes. Be interesting to see if he centres this one.
Well, he missed the last one. The angle was similar. He's a little bit further out now. He's gone in to find a teammate, and he's found Buckenara. Yes, having missed that other one, I suppose he thought to himself.
But he does that time and time again, Dunstall. They should wake up to that. He's such a good team player, Jack. Every time. Although he had a shot the last one, but this time he gave it across to Buckenara from directly in front, and Gary Buckenara has hooked this one and through for 1 point. So he knows how to kick a point, Gary.
Yes, he won't like it, though. He's 3 goals, 3 today. He's missed a couple of easy ones. That wasn't a hard shot. So 149 playing 74, and Jimmy Jess bringing the ball back into play, looking for Mark Lee. Found him, but Lee couldn't hold the mark. Buckenara to Platten. Wasn't a good hand pass, nearly a throw. Taken by McCarthy. A little chip goes in towards Wallace. Gee, he covers a lot of ground, Wallace. And he's on the 50-metre mark. He wouldn't make the goals from there, so he put it up towards Dunstall, who's trying to get the front berth. And a good mark, too. He was just too strong for Sutcliffe.
I'd say too good.
Well, Sutcliffe was a little bit pushed. He was just edged out by Dunstall, who took the easy mark. And he shouldn't miss this one. He's only 15 metres out from goal, going for his 5th goal. So Dunstall puts it on its way, and the umpire indicates he kicked it. So the scoreboard showing Dunstall with 5 goals to his credit. 155 to Hawthorn, 74 to Richmond, and Dunstall had his 12th possession.
And he's been a terrific player. But I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't care who you played at full forward in that Hawthorn side. I reckon you'd be bound to pick up a few kicks. They just keep belting it down time and time again. But Jason is a terrific contester.
40 scoring shots to 19, so that's the story on the scoreboard there. It tells you a fair bit about Hawthorn. And a couple of shots haven't made the grade, of course, but, it's been Hawthorn's day. That's
an understatement.
A little bit of an understatement, yes.
Wallace has had 31 possessions, Jack, in the centre of the ground.
Doesn't surprise me. Ball now tapped out by Lee again, tapped down, taken by Eustace, who's done well for Richmond. He got the ball up to Ayres. He's also done well, but this time for Hawthorn. His hand pass comes out. The hand pass, not a good one on that occasion. Could have been a free kick Richmond's way. Haven't got a hand pass to Langford. Langford moves it out to Roundley wing position, and that mark is taken by Kennedy. He shoots out a hand pass. Langford followed that ball right through. Now takes the kick up toward Wallace, who gets another kick. Looking for somewhere to go. His hand passes to Platten. Platten with the ball in front of him. 40 metres out, 35 out from goal. He shoots, and it's through for 1 behind home. Dunstall was going to try and pounce on that, but it got over the line before he could get near it, and only 1 behind being registered. 23-18 to 11-8 74 playing 156 on Sevens Big League, and we're nearly 27.5 minutes into the final term.
Jess, a long kick. Howard knocks it away with the left hand. Wallace goes in to lend a hand, and Terry Wallace takes it. No, he doesn't. Thornton takes it away from him. Now, what's happening? A free kick behind the play here, going Hawthorn's way. And it will go to Glenn Howard, I think, on half-forward flank. Let's see if Glenn takes it. Yes, it is Howard. He's got a loose man in Rod Lester-Smith, who we haven't seen a lot of today, but he hasn't had to do much as he brings it towards Brereton, who flies from behind. Couldn't take the mark. Curran against Strawn. Curran's got it. Hand pass looking for Whitman. There's Schwab. Hurried kick down towards Buckenara, who was grabbed when he didn't have the football. And Platten was trying to nick off with it, trying to get the percentage rule paid. Now, Buckenara from here might look for the short one to the space, if they can make a bit of space. Tunstall was going to lead. And now he's no one to kick it to, so Buckenara's going with a long drop punt from the 50-metre line. It is slightly offline and through for another point. So 3 goals 4 to Buckenara, 11-8, 74 Richmond, 23-19, 157 the Hawks, 24 possessions to Buckenara. Well, he's been a great player too.
Jimmy Jess not knowing just where to go, going for the long kick now. He thought of going short to Strawn. Coming in as Poole, he can't take the mark. Picked up at the back by Schwab, given to Kennedy. He gives it back out to Lester-Smith. He'll go in short, looking for Buckenara, and he's found him. He's going to play on. It must have been touched by the players in front of him. That shot by Buckenara doesn't miss. That's a good goal. Gary Buckenara popping that one through for his 4th goal. He's missing the sitting shots, but he's getting the hard one. So Buckenara kicks his 4th goal. And Hawthorn, 24 goals, 19, 163 points. Richmond, 11 goals, 8, 74 points on Sevens Big League. That was a good goal.
Player could have played. He is a great player, Gary Buckenara. He's one of the best players I've seen come from Western Australia. He's a champion in my book. And how much better could he have been but for that shocking knee reconstruction he had after that final series. And he has come back from that absolutely brilliantly. There's Poole overrunning the ball. Kennedy knocked it on to Di Domenico. Out wide it goes to Loveridge. Loveridge straightens up from 50 metres out. He fires at the goals. Over the back. Buckenara mark. Plays on and slams it through for another goal to the Hawks. Buckenara has put it through for his 5th goal in a great game of football.
Yes, nearly 100 points. Not quite that. 5 points the difference. 95 points the difference between the teams. Buckenara kicks his 5th goal. Hawthorn 169 to Richmond 74 points on Sevens Big League. And the final term is being stretched right out. We're 30.5 minutes now into the term. So we're 5.5 minutes into the time on period.
Well, there's been so many goals scored, Jack. Richmond have gone from 4 to 11, so that's 7.
13 goals.
Yeah, 13 goals for the quarter.
And not a bad quarter of football, really, when we thought Richmond were 96 points down at 3/4 time. And Hawthorn really have lowered their colours in this final term. Here's Whitman. Kicking long towards Dunstall, who's getting to the back of Sutcliffe. Oh, great mark! My word, we've seen some good stuff here today, Pete. That was a beautiful mark to Jason Dunstall. Into the back of Sutcliffe, holding him out. They just nudged him out at the last moment, got the right hand up and brought it into his chest. Very good mark indeed, going for his 6th goal. So, even though it's 31 minutes gone in the final term, they're still interested in the game because they're playing such good football. And Dunstall has kicked his 6th goal now. 26 goals, 19, 175 to 11 goals, 874, a difference of 101 points.
14 possessions to Jason Dunstall. A terrific exhibition of full forward, just far too strong, far too good for his opponents. And, well, the way they belt the ball down at him, he's got every opportunity. On that occasion, it was sheer strength and then a lovely one-handed mark. But that kid's a very, very good full forward, as we see. McCarthy knocks it away to Kennedy, and it's going to be a free kick coming back. That's where they may have paid the advantage on that occasion, because Kennedy was clear.
Yes, Hawthorn had advantage there, but the umpire wouldn't let them take advantage of it. McCarthy's kick wobbles off the boot toward Brereton. Can't get in front of Jess. Roberts is there. Tried to get the ball out, diving into Strawn. Platten does the tackling. Actually grabbed the ball in his possession, but the umpire claimed it beforehand. 175, playing 74. Hawthorn leading. nearly 32.5 minutes now, the final term. It's been an extended quarter, all right, because a lot of goals have been kicked. Lee gets the ball moving out to the half-back flank. Domenico's there. He's done well. I thought it could have been against Domenico there. He's being tackled. The siren sounds. And on Sevens Big League from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the final scores between Hawthorn and Richmond. Hawthorn 26 goals, 19, 175 points. Richmond 11 goals, 8, 74 points.
You want to be a real footballer? I've been a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at Myer. Real footy Guernseys, real footy shorts, and real supporters wool jumpers in all club colours and badges. Go for the VFL mark at Myer.
Hawthorn continuing to hold down top spot on the ladder with a crushing performance. The Hawks 26-19, 175, defeating Richmond 11-8, 74. For the Hawks, Jason Dunstall finished with 6 goals, Gary Buckenara 5 and John Platten 4, whilst for the Tigers, Manton 3 and Mark Eustace 2. As I said, the Hawks clear on top of the ladder, and that certainly was a percentage boosting win. Their percentage at the moment stands at 136.1%. And yet, amazingly enough, Richmond, despite that disappointing performance, are still only 1 game out of the 5. So anything can happen in the weeks to come. For all that action, we hope you'll join us here on Pro Football.